are working on another gamer paint for not gamer. My goodness, I'm used to saying gamer. For the last couple of weeks, I'm used to saying gamer now. We are working on a new black technology, blessed with another technology. And again, the reason why we have to do this is a category class issue. I want the gamer paint to be our only gamer paint. I want it to be our only product. I would love to have it that way. But then you got people in the home theater world that are used to the tradition of home theater paints. And they'll say that, oh, it's a gamer, then it doesn't work with home theater. It actually does work with home theater, but again, category clash where they basically want to say home theater. So we have a home theater technology. I was going to be engineering this a long time ago, but we got caught up in the gamer, and I figured, I don't need to make it. But now, seeing that the category clash, we now need to make this technology. And seeing something new that I never saw before, a new element, has now basically pushed me in the direction of developing this technology. We have the ingredients. It's not done yet because I got ordered from overseas. But other than that, the ingredients is done. So right now we're working on the page to show it off. And yeah, as I said before, we deleted the other video. We don't need it. We changed the name on it. I knew the name was too long, but this name was way too long. It takes forever for me to just type this thing into the search engine. It's a headache. We had to change it. It was way too long. It was just too busy. So we had to go. We had to need something short, sweet, and describes exactly what it is and what it's designed to do. So, as I said before in the other video, at 5%, we're going to go after every single screen paint we can literally get our hands on in physical projection screen. I wanted to have a track record that was able to knock out these screens. Instead of burying them on YouTube, we're going to make a section on this page right here called the Arena, where we're going to show our test demonstrations, our product versus that particular company. Best way to basically put this product on the map at only 5%. And there's also a challenge in there too. All test demonstrations under this technology are challenges. They're matching betters. They're matching betters because, they're matching betters. If we're going to call ourselves number one, if we're going to have people out there talking trash at the end of the day, because we always get there at the end of the day, people talk trash, we have to be able to show that our products do exactly what they do and why they can't match. Now, also too, same thing as the other paints. At the end of the day, if you feel that anything we do is a lie or anything like whatsoever, you sign a contract, we'll go to court, da. All right, now to get back to this. I had to go back and I had to recheck everything all over again. Make sure the name change went in. Okay, okay. There's players. I'm going to put another 2 video players here. Now I'm doing my video players in 235.1. You can do that with the whole setup on here. No idea why no one's are. I think maybe able to do the 235.1 videos. There we go. Shouldn't be interlocking with that one. Need to be even Steven at the top. We'll bring you all the way up to see if we get a lock. There we go. We got a lock there. There we go. We'll do from there. And look down to get the lock in that one. We have enough for 3 in here. That's all I need. And the other one's exactly the same size. Now, basic information. Is it ultra compatible? Yes, we're getting an Epson laser projector coming in. And again, nothing expensive. We don't like to buy expensive stuff. Wrong way to do that one. Definitely wrong way. You do that off center. And you do it that way. Can't do it that way. We'll do it the other way. Epson laser projector coming in. So it's a cheap projector. Got them going to be getting it for around $200. That's basically about it. Now we have to go with ultra short throw because from this distance from there, it is definitely long throw. And the problem I have with the long throw is I do not want to be walking in front of this thing I don't want to have this high tower behind me because that's where the projector sits at. I don't want any of that stuff there. So we're going to drop the ultra short throw right underneath of it. And if you're not operating your ultra short throw at 24,000 the ceiling, something's wrong there. Something serious is wrong there. You should be able to operate that thing. It's sitting right on top of the screen. I don't know how in the world people are in the dark with those things. That's the thing that baffles me about the ultra short throw setups. How in the world are you in the dark with a projector that sits that close to a screen? The screen doesn't work, that's why. Alright, drop this one in. Then I gotta do a projector test on the wall, which we have one over here. We have to have the lights up for that one because the bulb is dim and I need to be to see it. I gotta go order another lamp for that one. But I'm gonna see exactly how it's gonna work out and what size we're gonna need. I gotta build my frame there. 2 frames I gotta build for that particular setup. I think I need a little bit more. Can you expand here? You can expand here just a little bit here. But we'll have to expand here a little bit more here. Alright, there we go. Scoot over a little bit. This needs to be a little bit bigger. Not too thin, too big. Ended up a little bit. That's good. That one looks a little too wide. Alright, I'm going to get the video players on the loop. Oh, these got the black edges, so these were already done. And the videos we got to do on here can't be in shorts because the shorts only give us here and here. We have to turn the phone over and do it in regular format to give us the full 235. I'm going to do a test run on one of them. Test out one of these and see how it runs on here. Alright, there we go. So there are 235.1 setups here. Alright, I'm going to change my screen's design. Right there, that done. We already are visited by the Poppins. Now, hold on a minute. Where's my whatchamacallit right now? I got one right here. Oh, where's my cell phone? We have 2 cell phones. Do we not keep track of these things? Where's my cell phone at? Like literally, I just literally had this thing sitting on a table. I had to get this one got in trouble today. Again, as always, he's always getting in trouble now. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know, maybe season change or whatever's going on. Alright, there we go. Okay, 51%. So we have another camera. I had to pick up another camera behind this one right here when we can record. I was telling people about the pop-ins, like, you know, these guys actually come in, they're grown men who pop in and out on our channel. I don't know why they do this. Maybe they got bad internet connection. We got poor internet connection. It could be that. Some people can't afford good connection. They could have very poor connection. That's why they keep popping in and out. They can't get a stable signal. But you should be able to use YouTube. YouTube can run on 56K, like God forsaken can. But anyway, but I was talking about the pop-ins, and they said they don't believe me. So I had to put a camera behind me to record these people who pop in and out. Well, we got your accounts. We know who you are from the door. But anyway, these are their YouTube. We'll post their YouTube channel. They're real YouTube channels. But these are people who come on the channel, and these are grown men. Like, I couldn't believe that a grown man literally does that. But they pop in and they pop out, and they pop in and pop out. And the reason why they do this is because I guess they feel it's some kind of revenge tactic, which I don't understand. Like, you would think you would be a little bit more mature than that, but these are grown men and women who have, not women, I couldn't say women. I don't see women doing this too much. I see more like men doing this. Women are a little bit more stable. Men do some crazy stuff. But anyway, yeah, these are grown men who pop in and out, and they have fake YouTube accounts because they come on our accounts and the accounts are fake, so we can tell. we were able to track down the real accounts. But anyway, the funny thing about it is that these are grown men who come in and pop in and pop up. I couldn't imagine using any kind of brain power for that one. I don't understand how that would even work. That's like doing Doorbell Dixie at freaking 60 years old. But anyway, we had a camera record on that one. I had to post it to the site. They were in there crying and laughing. Yeah, your YouTube channels were linked to all those videos. So, well, actually one video. Sorry about that. One video. And yeah, I guess it just baffles me. I don't know. I don't know how people do that. Like, I don't allow my brain to actually function on that level because life is precious. I don't have time to entertain that at all, period. But I'm a person who backs myself up. All right, let's get back to this. All right, let me see right here. We got description of video, loop it. Make sure all your videos are looped when you're doing this, you're building your pages. And the reason why, because if you don't, other stuff will play on your setup. Like your setup, you'll have all kinds of crap running across you don't want. So you don't want that. Facebook doesn't loop. Only one that loops is YouTube. And if you want I gotta do a tutorial. I'm gonna do a tutorial one day on how to do a page. How to do a basic page. People do tutorials. I checked out other people's websites. That's how I found out about all this stuff. Then I started experimenting on their page. I got a blank page I'm gonna experiment with. I'm gonna bring my border to black so it blends in nicely. And bring that width all the way up to 5. Use 5 is the magic number for us. So that blends in nice with my background. Okay, that's why you loop. We already looped these already. Let me go back and change mine design. And black. So for the poppers, just so you know, I don't look at the counter. I really never do. I'm busy, man. My eyes are on this. I got a page to build. I got stuff to build. Got stuff designing these screens. I must have changed them out 3 or 4 times in my build. And whether if anyone's in the room or not, it doesn't make a difference. I still talk. So I don't have to. I guess for you guys, you feel that if you leave the room, it feels like it disrupts me because no one's there. It's a difference between online and real life. In real life, if you're talking to somebody, they walk away from you. That's just them. You don't even talking to yourself out there. But this is online, which means this video, you see how fast our stuff links to Google? Yeah, because I designed that optimizer to do that. So anytime I talk on here, when I speak on here, that goes to Google. It goes to Facebook. It goes anywhere I upload that video, but it definitely attaches to Facebook, to YouTube. So when I speak, it doesn't make a difference if no one's here or not. It's still going out. It's still going to be broadcasted. When I do, then I do pre-records. There's no one in there listening to a pre-record. I'm the only one in there with the pre-record. So why would that affect me? I still got to talk on camera when no one's there because I'm in a pre-record. That's my cat's going to respond back to me. So in the pre-record, we do the video, we upload it. When I go on site, every single one of those videos are all pre-records because we don't trust the internet when I make the video go choppy and I pay for this. So that way, when I do the videos, I'm going to pre-record. I'm not sitting there worried if somebody's there or not to listen to me. Do the video, get the job done, and move on. Yeah, I treat everything like a pre-record. All right, let me see. I guess in the back of their mind, they're thinking, well, Philippe, no, it don't work that way. My intelligence level is a little too high for that one in the day. But if you think on that level, it tells you at the end of the day that I am much more intelligent than you. Don't get insulted over it. You're the one doing it. There you go. Plant something to the back of your brain for you to think about. I could tell you one of those 3 brittles that'll mess your head up. It'll mess you up for life. This is pretty jacked up. So for those you don't know, I had a guy I used to actually train with. He is into some really crazy stuff. And he figured out he's into these riddles. They're unsolvable. If you think about them too much, they'll make you go mad. I have 3 of them in my head. But it's interesting because it teaches you how to lock things out in your mind. Your mind's a very powerful tool. So it teaches you basically how to control your thoughts and processes, your feelings and emotions. And in a way, some way, yeah, it feelings and emotions, because you're able to control this doomsday device in the back of your head. I don't think about it. I know where it's at. It's like on a shelf. You have a shelf of stuff. You got stuff over here, stuff over there. It's sitting on the shelf over there. I don't bother with it because I can block that part of my mind out. But I think I told my lifetime. I think I've told about 3 or 4 people, and because they wanted to know. I was like, man, you got me thinking about this all day. I can't get this out of my head. I was like, I kind of warned you. But anyway, let me move on to get what I got to get done here. Did I put the border here? Border here is done. Border here is done. Let me see, is it done? Put the border on the thing? Yeah, we did put the border in. Border in. Border's at 5. All right, that's done there. Where's the border done in here? Is border at 5? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, right here. I don't think we got border in here. Border is not at 5. All right, so it gives me 3 video players. I think 4. 4. Get that in black. Change it over here. Get that at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, not 6, 5. 5. Okay, that's 5. That's done. Then put my picture slideshow here. We have here. Let me see. Cinematic video display. Right here. Put down the text. With this one. It's supposed to be over here. Now we build these right here because we don't have enough room on our shopping cart page because we max out 8,000. So we build these because these allows us to put all the information needed, and these are linked within the site. Man, we call these showcases. All right, here. There is my favorite now. I have a new one. And I'll shrink this a little bit more. I'll put down cinematic picture presentation. Got to use those big words. I know what they mean too. One thing they're big words, I don't know what they mean. See, the thing about it is you can use big fancy words in your product. You should make sure your product can match the big fancy words. Which we saw somebody do that on the eBay list, and literally, I'm glad I recorded that whole thing. I am so glad I got that thing on recording. Got somebody to put some big words about his product. That doesn't change anything at the end of the day. You can dress it up, but at the end of the day, it's still pig. You can put in eyeliner, whatever you want, but at the end of the day, it's still pig. Same thing, still pig. So you put them big old fancy words in there. You just want to match those big old fancy words. Let me see if we go with this right here. I put some fancy words in there. People, believe it or not, a summary. Really put in a summary. Do you ever know the difference between a summary and specifications? Summary is a story. Pretty much summed it up in short words on exactly what your product is. That's not a specification. It's like you're buying car parts, buying a car, and it says it goes fast, it's beautiful, it's sleek, it has a wonderful color, it has beautiful wheels and working doors and all that. That's a summary. You have to break it down by saying, okay, so what kind of type of wheels are these? What type of engine? What's the horsepower? All that stuff, you know what I mean? Fuel injection and all that stuff. You break all that stuff down. You can't just put in there, it has wheels and goes fast. Let me see. That's a summary that you put up, not a freaking whatchamacallit, or whatever it is. All right, we're 22 here. We're 22 here. So we need to be 22 here. What are we here? We are 26. We have to be 22. 22. 22. 22. Oh, we got a 22. Bam. All right, cool. 22 and centered. Center. Cinema picture presentation. That should be in the middle too. That's got to be centered in the middle. There we go. That's better right there. And picture presentation. Get out of the way. Let's see, I'm putting a gallery. I like the 3D one. That's my favorite one. Where's my 3D? We took it out. I'm about to say that's my favorite. There we go. That's my 3D one. Are we past the mark? Why is this in here like this? What's going on here? Oh, that's the gallery doing that. Okay, let's see. I never kind of passed it. Let's put a little summary in there. Let's see. I gotta go in right here. Bum, bum, bum. The text. Smaller print there. All right. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Outstanding. Our outstanding picture presentation slideshow. R. I keep spelling R as an R-A. No, it's R as an R. Wrong. R. O. O. R. Outstanding picture. Not picture as in picture. Picture. Jeez. Now, rules and regulations of the new technology, which means you have to put all that information in there. It's only one per person, limited edition. We up the number to 50. 50 per month. One per person. Let me see. Picture presentation. How come you want to give me that? Our outstanding picture presentation slideshow. So it's one per person. If your shopping cart shows 2, your order is canceled. Excuse me. See. Our outstanding picture presentation slideshow. What other projection screens dream to be? Oh, we're going to conquer all this. All this is getting conquered. Every forum site, Reddit, I plan to actually log on to every single forum site I can get my hands on to show our demonstrations versus other screens. Every single one. No one will be spared. I'm having fun. The customers enjoy our shenanigans, where we have fun at the end of the day. It's people make the products you don't, because you're the ones that are in the line of fire. You're literally in the line of fire. Customers are in the line of fire. They're going to watch this thing go down. They're going to be like, wow, you guys are knocking out screens left and right. You guys are in the line of fire right now. We kind of warned you and told you this was going to happen. I told you sooner or later we're going to develop a technology designed to knock other screens out. We told you this stuff. And we put it off from time to time. You know, we designed something else. But now we got to do this with this one. We just announced the screen as being, I went to several forum sites and said we're developing a technology that's more powerful than any projection screen in the world. We have to do it, and we're going to do it. There's no way to get out of this thing. I mean, you can cancel orders. If you do that, you're getting posted. Don't cancel an order. Don't do this. When we come to your site, don't cancel orders. Don't do that, please. You have plenty enough time to upgrade your technology to black. So those of you that are legitimate, not fakes, we know who makes product and who don't make product. If your stuff just popped up out of nowhere, we know you haven't made any product. You haven't done any testing, nothing whatsoever. You're too new. But yeah, you have plenty of time to get this stuff get new stuff in. Our outstanding picture presentation slideshow. What other shows? What other projection screens? Dream. Let me see. Our outstanding picture presentation slideshow shows what other projection screens dream to be, which is true. Now, mind you, you guys that are threatened by this, look at that other technology we're going to be flagging up pretty soon. That other one, but that ain't coming out to 2026. So right now we have no concern with that. That's not snow testing. We have to be out in the snow. Oh, by the way, every demonstration we do in the snow with that thing, it has a match or better attached to it. So we're expecting companies to be to back it. We will be sending emails out to Elite Screen Innovation, we don't care who you are, to show you at the end of the day why our technology is considered to be far more superior. Let me see. Outstanding picture presentation slideshow. How this screen today. Showing our screen paint's professional high performance. Showing our screen paint's professional high performance. So this isn't a thing we're just going to have on YouTube only. I said before, I'm reaching out to these companies when I show them videos of what our product does to their product. So they're going to be fully aware of where we're at, who we are, and what we're about. Let's see. So if you hear me say on the YouTube channel by saying my product's far more superior than you, Elite Screens, then guess what? That means we are far more superior than you. You got the video demonstrations, you want samples, let us know. See, gentlemen, that's what you have to do to be known. You can't do that. Your product doesn't work. Put that announcement now. See how fast I'll come to your front door. There you go. See, you can't do that. Our outstanding. Matter of fact, we did that one already. That's how we got the cancellations. Our outstanding picture presentation slideshow shows what other projection screens dream to be. Showing our. Should be that one. Showing our. The other way around. That R. Now, price for this, I can't even tell you. Showing our screen paint professional high performance. Let's see. Unmatched, pretty much it would be unmatched and unstoppable. Unmatched and unstoppable achievements. Now, for those of you who want to say, well, we got matching betters out. You guys can't even do the matching betters we have from what? 12s? 12s have no matching betters. So forget about that one. You haven't achieved any of those, forget it. Oh, by the way, on the page here, we're going to be posting our matching betters that we launched out. There's a lot of them, asking other companies to back it. We want people to go in and see these massive pages, black on black, or testing, demonstrations showing our superior technology on basically all the stuff we build, design. All our test demonstrations, and now all the matching better challenges we put out to other companies. And the arena we're going to be building in this space pretty soon. Actually, I'm building it today. Which, again, kindly, we're going to take your product and stick it against our screen at 24,000 or any place else we go at, and your screen just has to function, that's all. If it can't pick up the contrast, color, whatever, that's the way it's going to be. They're going to be posted right there on the site. I want people to come in and see why we call our product #1 in the world. Now, if anybody wants to come and challenge us, please do. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And maybe by showing these big companies at the end of the day why black technology is more superior, maybe we can get them to start developing black technology. That would be absolutely amazing. That would be amazing. I hope they do. I hope they take this as in a way as we need to start upgrading our technology. All these gray screens out here, you really should not be here. A gray screen technically should not be here. It has no purpose. What is the purpose a gray screen can do? I got projector mapping equipment in here. It doesn't work with that. You can't run it off of it. It can't pick up a black level. Is it good for dedicated theater room? No, I built a dedicated theater room. You got to pick up contrast. Where in the world we missed this part? I mean, literally. It's like saying, let's build a car and not add wheels to it. You got to have wheels to a car. How else is it going to move? I don't care what kind of engine you put in this thing. You still need wheels to make it move, to go from A to B. So if you don't have contrast, which is a key and very important part of a whole entire theater system setup, please don't get it in your head to think that the projector is going to fix this for you. Projector is not going to fix this. We've been showing this stuff for years. And yet people go buy these gray screens. A gray screen should not even exist. Ambient light rejection is absolutely useless on a gray screen. Useless. You can't use it. That's why every time you watch a demonstration, you see all these big companies in the dark with an ambient light rejection technology. I just watched that demonstration on elite screens where I literally watched the guy turn out the lights when showing anything on the screen. But that's an ambient light rejection technology. What is it doing in the dark? Because it doesn't work on gray screens at all, period. It works on darker technology. Preferably black technology works the best on. Gee whiz Louise, that's why you guys are sitting in the dark telling me, hey, where's the coffee table at? But important, where's the cat? Cat's probably sitting underneath you waiting to jack you up. Let's see, bum, 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 bum. So no, it's not designed for that. Is it designed for ultra short throws? No, it's not designed for ultra short throws. It's designed for pico projectors? No, it's not designed for pico projectors. And you guys got it backwards. So backwards, it's not even funny how backwards you got it. It is so backwards. You're not picking up on that in any way whatsoever. I don't care what projector you buy. I don't care if you get a JVC. I don't care if you get a Bronco, Barco, Chrissy. I don't care what the heck you get at the end of the day. You can't read it. You can't pick it up. It's not. It's an obsolete product. It was obsolete years ago. The minute the gunmetal technology raised its head, it was an obsolete product. The only reason why it stuck around that long because a lot of people couldn't afford $5,000 to $7,000 for a screen. That's the only survival rate it had because the gunmetals were too expensive. But you got these gray screens. This is an outdated screen. You're buying these high-end projectors and you're sticking them on outdated screens. But you know what? Sometimes talk is not enough. Sometimes action has more power. So I'm going to wipe out your products. I'm going to show you how weak your products are. I can take your stuff out. And even worse, I can make a product to take your stuff out. From Home Depot and Lowe's, I can literally go pick it up right now and knock your stuff out. Your gray paints are outdated, man. You're outdated. Look what we did to Jamie's paint. That stuff is so outdated, it's not even funny how outdated that stuff is. I literally made it out of $11 worth of hobby paint and sent it back to him, which he sent it back to me. That tells you right there that these products are fraudulent. Now, keep in mind, you got other people who make products that'll sit there and go, well, we're not his paint. His paint's not our paint. Our paint's different. Yeah, okay, I can understand you're going to actually argue on that one. I give you that one right there. But I bet you $100 that if I got your paint, I can literally make it. Because it's gray paint, that's why. My question is to you is, what is the difference between your gray paint and other gray screens? What's the difference between the two? We showed ours. We got something called a black versus black. No one else on the website has that set up. So what's the difference between the two? Because I'm curious. I want to know that. Let me see. Our outstanding picture presentation slideshows shows what other projection screens dream to be. Showing our screen paint's professional, high performance, unmatched, and unstoppable achievements. I like that. I like it. I like it. But anyway, yeah, as I said before, that's the question that comes up. What's the difference between your product and everyday gray paint? And there we go. So we don't get that. We can show ours. We got an entire page designed for it. Where's your page at? I go to your website. Where is your page at? You can't tell me this. So I'm going to ask you that question. What's the difference between your product and gray paint? Someone came up there and told me I had a yellowish tone. Stop lying. I got your stuff under the table. Yellowish tone on my foot. I didn't see any yellowish tone. And you backed up and declared it was yours because you sent it back to us because you couldn't test it. There's no way in the world you could have taken that paint and tested a live stream against it. It had matched. We did it already. We did it with the Network Ray 773. I sat there and popped the lid on that can and said, hey, look, this stuff is going to match this paint. What happened? It matched this paint. Everybody saw that in the blacklist. It matched this paint. Network Ray 773 matched this up perfectly. We told you this. Yellowish tone. There was no yellowish tone there ever. Any of the testing I did on that pot, we never saw a yellowish tone. Lie. Yellowish tone. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Seriously. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my entire life. Yellowish tone. No. There were no yellowish tones up there at all, period. As a matter of fact, the bare silver screen and it's the bare silver screen and the what's it called? Network Ray 773 is slightly lighter than his paint, slightly lighter. That's why I was able to pick up higher snow levels. So for him to sit there and go yellowish, no, that tank never had a yellowish tone to it. What the heck are you talking about? This is why you can't lie in your demonstrations, because anyone who has that paint, it's going to do the same thing now. You didn't trigger for other people now to do that test themselves to see this yellowish tone. That's what you do. You invite sharks. All right, let me see. I need to get some kind of video on here. Not video, but what you call on here. Ah, yeah, we got to do that. The gamer still needs videos. I think I got videos for the gamer. I think I just did. I got to put those in today too. On top of that, while I'm building this one, we do both at the same time, both pages. Okay, where are you at? I know you got some dark one on here. All right, there we go. It's the gamer. Oh, I'm using this. I'm definitely using this with something. When people get mad at us, going, hey, it ain't my money at the end of the day, it's your money. It ain't mine. My customers don't do that nonsense at the end of the day. My customers listen to what we got to say. It's your money at the end of the day. You don't want to wash out a screen at freaking like what? Every day, all day. I watch the videos. We do YouTube watches, field trips all the time. Same nonsense every single time. Washed out. So the people that are angry with us, what are you angry at us for? We didn't tell you to go buy some gray paint that's going to outdate your stuff. We never told you that. And people contact me upset, telling me, you don't know what you're talking about? Okay, if I don't know what I'm talking about, do me a favor. YouTube video, show me a Starfield demonstration, show me a fully lit environment. I guarantee we don't get that video. And we don't. We never do get the video. Because you don't know we're right. So the first thing you did is when you saw me talking on YouTube, the first thing you did was you went in and you basically turned your lights on so that way you can upload a video to shut me up, right? I know you did. But there's no videos because I was right. There you go. So, wake up call. That's why we kept pressing on his paint over and over again. Pressing on his paint. Coming in and saying, hey, look, we need him to do this demonstration. Do this demonstration over and over again. Ask him to do the demonstration. He freaking doesn't do it. Customers pressured him to do it because they said, look, you got to shut him up. And guess what? He did it and he matched. Told you. I sat there and told you. Oh, man, I must have emailed everybody back who basically submitted that statement that saying he was going to beat the product. I was like, okay. All right. That didn't work out too well, did it? Y'all sent me a whole bunch of emails. Oh, Jamie got the paint. He got the paint. He's going to do the test. It's okay. Y'all blocked me. But the minute I start sending messages over, y'all blocked. I don't care about that. Y'all know I was right. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, whether I'm there or not, I'm in your head rent-free 24/7 because you know it was right. I told you. And now you're sitting there staring at a screen that you just paid $90 for it. You got ripped off on. That's award enough for me. I'm good. 100%. I don't need to talk to you. I'm already in your head all day. There you go. You got to live with that. Enjoy. The worst thing is not what someone has said, it's basically what lives in your head all day. So the fact that you got there and sent me all those emails complaining to me, telling me, oh, we got the paint, he's going to do the demonstration, I'll prove you wrong. Oh, when that paint matched, I know it was automatically going through your head already. Already. I was right. That hurt. And then to turn around and look at the screen that you paid $90 for. Some of y'all $85, $90 for. And it's house paint? That's all I needed. That's it. Oh, that had to hurt. Talk about pulling a sword out of your back. That's why some of y'all are ranting because y'all upset and angry. You're better. What you better at me for? I didn't rip you off. You trusted in him. You're mad because I was right. That's like telling somebody that their wife is a man. You know? They don't want to hear it. They're in this whole denial stage. They don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? But when you finally open their eyes and they finally, look, that is a man, they're madder at you than there is the person who tricked them that said they were a man. Because you made them see something that they didn't want to see. Because deep down inside, they wanted to believe that it actually wasn't, but it actually is. They call it denial or delusion of grandeur. That's what it's called. That's what his state of mind his customers are in. Delusion or basically denial or delusion of grandeur. You're in that area right there. Because you refuse to believe that the product doesn't work, but deep down inside, you know it doesn't work. You just refuse to see it because it hurts. That's why. You know, I dated a female that was a psychiatrist at one point. Read a lot of her books and stuff. That's a very powerful thing to know. Exactly how the human mind reaction. Most people who basically play poker study psychology. Why? Because you can understand a person's movements and how they do. Just can read a person easily. Even the police officers, they have to know that stuff. They know how to read people. They have to learn it. You know, they have to go to school for that. They get degrees for that stuff. They get a degree for that stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting. It's like the strategy of chess, you know. But anyway, so yeah, on that long story right there, yeah, you're mad at me because it doesn't work. I didn't sell you the product. That's your problem. Just as long as you don't cross certain guidelines and you let your emotions get the most of you, then we don't have to drag into a courtroom and watch you cry in front of a judge. Because a lot of them do. Because they figure if they cry in front of the judge, you'll get some pity. You know, that function that goes off in your head that tells you, if I cry in front of the judge, maybe he'll give me pity. No, you'll get no pity in that area. That's why we're there. Because you messed up. We give you plenty of time to get around those things. Like, you know, we tell you to go disappear, do something like that, and you don't listen, then you can cry about it. Ooh, how come we're using this one? We got a whole lot of cool stuff on here. This is stuff in my library I've never used. So, yes, there's that. Ooh, definitely should be using this, but this is that black liquid. Boom, 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 boom. Ugh. Oh, there's the Spartan. This is the screen they feared. They never even saw the screen and they fear it. Yeah, they do. I can't believe that customer went in and filed that he have not received. And he had that order there since April the 24th at around 2:32. I got a thing for basically dates and numbers. They're in my head for good. But yeah, 2:32. He got that package on April the 24th. And this happened April the 24th, and he filed a have not received in September. I tell you, I could write a book on half this stuff I see. This is why we have all this stuff on our page to protect us. Protect the customer also, too, for stuff for them, but also protect us. He couldn't file a not as described. He couldn't file that. You know why? Batch number verification. That's why I settle on the thing. That's why you do your stuff on the batch number. You have to do batch numbers. If you're not, you're out in the open, man. You're out in the open. That's like walking out in the war field and you got no freaking armor on, no weapons, nothing. You're just easy gaming. That's what you're. You have to have a batch number. You have to prove that stuff actually does work. Batch number is the best way to go. But some people don't want to do batch numbers. You know why? Because batch numbers involve testing, and they don't test for your stuff. So if you don't test your stuff, and you have a black, especially if you have black technology, and I go to your YouTube channel and I see tests that are missing, like very serious tests, we're gonna take you to court for it. Because we know we can get you. See, if I can get you, anyone can get you. A customer can easily get you for 12 grand, easy. They buy that stuff, and they go look at this and like, wait a minute, how come this stuff is not doing what his stuff is doing? Now you can say your stuff is different at the end of the day, it's not required for it, but the customer can still get you on it. If they put your stuff against black paint and it matches, you're in trouble. If your specification sheets don't even match what your stuff do, you're in trouble. They can get you on a number of things that can get you on. Danny's site is nothing more than a lawsuit. That's all it is. It's a large lawsuit. It's a way for someone to make 12 grand, $10,000 to $12,000. Now he's just going to tell me that that's wrong. No, it is. Can you back up that range game? If you can't back that stuff up and somebody buys that stuff and they go in and they basically can't, first thing people ask is what's the gain of your screen? That's the first thing that comes up in any conversation. Oh, boy, what's the gain of it? You got 2 gains sitting on a screen. I don't even have 2 gains sitting on a screen. That's the dumbest thing I would have ever done. You have to back that up at the end of the day. So if someone paints your screen down and they come back and says, hey, you got 2 gains on there. How do I know which one that I have? It's a perfect question to ask. Everyone's going to ask it, which one do I have? What are you going to say at the end of the day? You're going to sit there and go, well, you know, you could have that game, but you might have that. That doesn't make any sense. And you got more videos on there showing how you paint this other game in. That doesn't make any sense. Well, how do we do this? You're going to get sued for that. Now, some people ask for their money back, but if you get somebody else involved that knows the right, then they can take it to small claims court and they get an easy 10 grand out of you, they're going to get you. That's what you run the risk of. So, yeah. Can't back it up. You go to court, you take it to small claims court. There's no lawyer involved in that. You go to small claims court between you and the judge and say, hey, look, I bought this stuff. It says on the website, it has something called gain range on it. And I asked them which gain it is. You can't tell me. I don't know which one I have in. I don't know which one painted in. You can show instructions on it. Tell me, he won't tell me anything. We didn't get anything back. So we're going to ask you at the end of the day, the judge is going to ask you, what is it? Why do we solve this problem? Which game do we get in? How do you show us this? He can't show it. If he can't show it and back this up, that means that's fraud. Now, you think about 12 grand for him probably easy to pay off, but that's not the problem you had. You're going to get a fraud charge. The fraud charges are different. This is federal now. Now, if that guy turns around and he files criminal charges against you in federal court, now you got problems on your hands. And now you're looking at potential jail time for this and massive fines. These fines can range from $250,000 and up. So a reward for freaking 10,000 or 12,000, or maybe this person decides to get a lawyer because he can get you even for more. And he says, hey, look, I got this guy on consumer fraud. I bought something, he can back it up. He can get you for 80 grand. He can get you for 100,000. He can get you for whatever he wants as long as he can prove that you can't back it up. He got you. That's what his website's all. His website is money. You get money off of him. Easily. You buy that stuff, and that stuff doesn't do what it claims, especially if it's in the description, you're in trouble with that. So if he takes him to federal court and he files a criminal charge against him, saying, look, this guy scammed me because he said this product did something that it didn't, you are in deep crap at the end of the day. You have no way to defend yourself on this one. Gonna get you. So this site is nothing more than a lawsuit. That's all it is. It's a lawsuit. You can't back anything up on it. That's like if somebody puts out an inhaler and says, hey, this inhaler right here is proven to cure cancer. Now, you take a puff of this for about a year or maybe for 6 months, and this is going to cure cancer. This is literally what he did. He lied. Now, you go buy this thing, and you're puffing on it, and nothing happens. You go to the hospital, you find you still have your cancer. And this thing didn't work. And the doctor says, no way in the world this is going to work. This is false advertisement. Wherever you got this from, you need to go seek a lawyer. There you go. That's why you can't put fake stuff on your site. And they don't care if it's paint. People say, well, it's just paint. No. They don't look at it that way. They look at it as the fact that you committed fraud. You lied. Don't make a difference. It could be about paint, salad, cookies, cake. I don't care what it is. The fact that it's not real and you thought you sold something on a false pretense, I mean, you can be sued for it. They're strict on these rules because they don't want people basically getting out of control and doing this all day long. And for people sit back and say, well, it's not important. Well, I guess it's not important that your smoke detectors work, your fire extinguisher, brakes on your car, or that windshield, that's all that pressure that if it basically pushes in enough and the screws come loose in there, you're getting decapitated. It's going to take your head clean off. When you're driving around, think about how much pressure hits a windshield. And imagine those little screws and however they install that windshield in, imagine if those screws were faulty. And you think about that. And now you know why it's very important that stuff is tested. Your baby formula, Pampers, eye drops, all that stuff is tested. Mind you, you're putting a chemical into your eyes. If there's something wrong with it, it's not right, you can lose your vision. Your glasses, stuff like that. Medication, all that stuff. It has to be tested. That's why it's important. If they let little stuff slide, you got problems on your hands. That's what happened with the fake projectors. The fake projectors, instead of nipping that crap in the butt, I don't know how in the world, eBay, Amazon, they want to get you and say, hey, we're trying to cut down on fraudulent scams and stuff, but you let these companies sell on your website, knowing that these machines don't do what they're supposed to do. They shouldn't have been there to begin with. So you're telling me you're trying to cut down on fraud, but you're allowing these machines in. So these machines come in, people get ripped off. Now you got one. I remember when they first came out with just one of them, but they weren't that bad. Now look at them. They flood the market with those things. That's what happens when you don't nip something in the bud. So there's that. Excuse me. People spending all this money for these fake machines, and these machines don't work. They don't run on darker screens. The darker screen is required for 4K and 1080p applications, and they run them on these screens and find out they don't have no contrast. First of all, the contrast are poor on them anyway. They got no contrast. They're not even officially 4K. You can't run it on a 4K receiver. If you run a non-4K signal on a 4K receiver, you get a 1 second sound delay. I witnessed that when I was installing a 1080p TV, and somebody had a 7.1 digital surround system. You literally hear a 1 second delay. It's like being trapped inside of a cave. It's just nerve-wracking. That's what happens. The signal doesn't match up. So if you don't have if you want an actual real 4K setup, you get a 4K receiver, it's not going to match the pixel shifting. It's not going to pick it up. It's going to have an issue in there. It's not actual 4K. You're running your 4K signal and sound through an HDMI port. That's never going to work. It ain't like it's separate where you have back in the day where you had HDMI and you had optical output. You had optical output. That was a separate dedicated line just for that digital 7.1 receiver directly into your sound your receiver. But now it's different. You have HDMI with 3.0 and so forth and higher. That's all in one. That's signal and sound on one unit. Yeah, okay. Good luck working that one out. You'll find out. People don't think about that. Like, why did this second sound delay? There you go. Because you got a system that pixelizes. That's not even 4K. And on top of that, consider the fact that we have 4K. It ain't like we don't have it. If we didn't have it, I can understand for pixel shifting. Like when, Comcast, the DVIs, when they first came out, they were trying to compress a 1080p signal. I can understand it because we didn't have that technology, but we do have 4K. So why the freak are you making a pixel shifting system to compress 4K when we actually have 4K? That's backwards. That doesn't make any sense. No, that's so it's cheaper to do it that way. It's much cheaper. And they'll charge you the full price of what a 4K projector will cost you, but they'll give you this freaking crappy freaking 4K signal. Then on top of that, the reason why people were buying them because they were promising they were going to get 150 inches. Oh, 150 inches from an ultra short throw. You could have got that from a $60 model, which we did all day. All day. You just have to have the right technology to do it. You can't do 150 inches on a gray screen because the image deteriorates. First things first, if you can't even get a 100 to work in a fully lit environment, what makes you think you can get a 150 inch to work in there? I already had these conversations on foresights with these companies all the time. This is why we get them to break down and tell us the truth about their machines. Which I got to remind me to put on the blacklist. But anyway, yeah. Ain't no way in the world you're going to get 150 to run in there. If you can't get 100 inches to run in there, And then you keep in mind, where are you going to get the pixels to run 150? It maxes out at 150. So where are you going to get the extra pixels to compress to get that sharp image? That's why they drop them under that. That's why when a guy was sitting there with the IO machine, whatever he had, the machine he had it at 150, and the image was blurry at 150. It was blurry. He had to wait for the firmware to update on this thing. Yeah, okay. I can see that a mile away coming. So everybody jumped on it like, wow, 150 inch with an ultra short on. Everybody got them, was stuck in the dark with them. Yeah. They thought the machine was 6,000 lumens and found out after Epson sued them, they're 1,800. Can you imagine how jacked up that is today? That's why you have to have rules in place. I can tell you that was coming. I had a 3,000 to 1 contrast. Who the freak sticks 3,000 to 1 contrast on a new model projector? 3,000 is old. That's not powerful. 3,000 is like 2011, 2012, 2010s. I get those. They have 3,000 on them. The projector I have over there in the corner, that's 4,000. That's 1,000 lumens, 1,000 higher than the contrast you get on the Valve projector. How is that possible? That's a 2011 model. That's a discontinued unit. So yeah, I knew that's when I first saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this is crap. That's why somebody sent me a link to the GM Go projector. So what do you think about this? It's crap. Definitely can tell it's crap. Got them to admit their system was a 1080p base system. I doubt it's that either. Yeah, GM Go. My goodness. GM No, more like. Ain't nowhere in the world would spend money on that crap. You have actual 4K. Why are you spending money for a projector when we have actual 4K and you're buying compressing? Compressing is not at 4K. I get this all the time from people going, hey, it's actually 4K. No, it's not 4K. What the freak are you getting them freaking Fruity Biscuits from? It's not 4K. You have compressed, which means your compress has to start somewhere, which means you spent $3,700 for a 1080p projector with a 3,000 to 1 contrast capability when you could have got an Ultimate GT 55 or 5600 that would have had 3,600 lumens, way higher than your projector. Mine had 1,800 lumens on that machine to 25. And you would have got a 20,000 to 1 contrast, which would have been way higher than that 3,000 to 1. Ugh. And spend far less, like $1,500, maybe $1,300, $1,400 for them now. No. That's when I got friends from right there, and they would tell me the stuff about the bike. No, what are you doing? Are you insane? Why would you even buy that? No, I'll tell you what to get. You don't need all that. You do not need all that. You do not need all that. I'll tell you exactly what to buy and what you need. Customers don't spend anywhere near that. Nowhere near that mess. 4,000 contrast. That's sad from the day. That's so pitiful. That guy called his Phantom HD, or he called himself, or Illustrator. I don't know what he called himself. But anyway, he was telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about? Okay. I sent him that little clip on how we basically got them to admit that the projector was 1080p. Now he's on my channel telling, well, you know, I didn't know. I don't want to hear that block. You're going to talk all this trash like you know something. You don't even know the machine you bought. How you buy something, don't know the machine you actually purchased. I don't want to hear it now. You deal with that humble pie. Don't choke on it. Get plenty of milk. To me, a hard one to swallow. Gee whiz Louise. You got to be kidding me. Oh, the company would know. Here you go. There you go. Choke on that humble pie. Yeah. Extra chunky. Be careful. The big chunks will get caught in your throat. You might not be able to breathe afterwards. Be back there quiet. Yeah, choking on that humble pie. I get so many people choking on humble pie, it's not even funny. Give me this one right here. New. Gotta put these in right from the door. If you don't, you'll be in trouble. Let me see. And the screen paint he made. Oh my goodness, he had black box, silver, water. What's the difference, you guys, on this freaking water? You guys always put water in your paint. Why do you do this? I don't know. They try to make it like a thin like coating. I don't know why they put water in it. Water breaks down the element, makes it weak. That's what it does. I put water in your paint. They put water. He had Black Fox. And Black Fox was not even black. Black Fox is kind of a brownish black color. It's not even black. But he had Black Fox in there. He had silver mica. And he had, what else did he have in there? He had Black Fox, silver mica, and water. That's what he put in there. So I guess he put the water in there to dissolve. I don't know what he did, but anyway. But anyway, he put that together, and it came out gray. It didn't even come out black. It came out gray. Because you put Black Fox. Black Fox is not gray. Black Fox is kind of a brownish, reddish black. That's what it is. He got that because he didn't want to get actual black. Because actual black would have dropped his white levels. And that's what he got the Black Fox. But what it did was it turned his contrast levels kind of a brownish color to it. Don't know what you're doing at all. Just messing. Guys are sad, man. I'll tell you. Black Fox. Let me see. Legendary. Blah, 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 blah. We have we made a tempo. Oh, limited edition. Limited edition. Put the other. Limited Black Fox. Why did they try? You guys are so far behind. That's funny. The other one had what? Black paint, and silver mica, and water. Okay. Whatever works for you. I saw that ingredients on the table. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is what you guys are. You think black paint's mad that way? Okay, I'm about to enter that head rent free. You really thought the white and the silver was going to bring your white levels out. I guarantee that's why you had it on the table. That's what you thought, right? You don't understand, Jack. You don't even know your projector. You know how your functions of your lumens on your projector actually operate, the light source operates. You know anything about physics. You have to be to calculate what's in the room, the lighting in the room, which is also definitely going to affect the lumen count of your projector, and also distance showing how much per square inch. Oh, wait, I'm losing them. Move on. Let's change topic and give somebody a headache at the end of the day. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't. When I saw that ingredients on the table, I could not stop laughing. I was like, really? That's noob stuff. Noobs do that stuff. You literally thought the white mica or whatever was going to cost the white levels to generate? No, that don't work. You don't know what you're doing at the end of the day. If you knew what you were doing, you would have been selling that stuff right now. You can't sell it because you can't back it up. Heck, you had to pull that mess off your eBay listing because you couldn't back that stuff up. You can't get that stuff a proper batch number because it doesn't work. You're just guessing off the top of your head. And why do y'all put water in it? I seen Fandom HD put water in it. I seen Jamie put water in it. I seen the other one, which is Rogers put water in it. What is the deal with the water? Why y'all keep sticking water in it? You're paint thirsty. The paint's like, water. I need some water. The paint's very thirsty. You put a lot of water in. Water does to paint. It breaks it down. Breaks down the element structure of it. Makes it weak. That's what it does. No experiment for you. You take some regular paint, and you take some paint and you put half water in it, half paint, half water, and you paint a red wall. And you'll see that the paint water that's not in that paint will actually have more coverage, but the other one, where you can see the red paint push through. You know why? Because the water breaks down the structure of the element structure of it. You got to see putting water in there. That's why Roger had so much water in his paint that the screen was primed, and that's why those little white spots get popping through. That was the primer pushing through the screen. Because the paint tore up the element of it. He messed it up. The structure wasn't designed to have water in it. That's why you kept seeing those little white spots at the top. That was the primer pushing through. And that's why he advised you to go in and prime the surface first, because whatever walls you hit with that stuff, whatever color, it was going to push through. But regardless, it would have made a difference because the primer would have pushed through regardless. Those little English muffin craters, those were the bubbles that were popping up out of that water, out of that mixture of that paint. And when they pop, they left little craters all into the screen. You don't know what y'all doing at the end of the day. You'll wreck somebody's stuff, but you know what? No problem. You follow that stuff that they told you to do, and you say, look, I believe this guy. You can get sued for that. And you wreck my screen at the end of the day. We're going to court. You're paying for me. You give me a whole brand new screen. I'm going to pay for it. Yeah, that's crazy. They don't know what they're doing. That's why They have to bring out some kind of rules and regulations to cut down. And we don't want this nonsense to go buck wild like the freaking fake projectors. That's why I'm pushing a lot of these rules in place. I'm contacting a lot of these places to make sure that PayPal requires testing, Amazon requires testing. You can't sell a screen print unless you have testing on it. Which means bachelor verification, baby, all day long. Yep. It kind of saves your neck in the way. Customer gets a guarantee the product works, and you don't get sued in the process. And just to show you how easy you can get sued, we're going to file lawsuits against you. Just to show you how easy we can sue them. Yep. Just got to back it up. We'll file a lawsuit against your company, show how fast we can sue you. How easy, how open you are for a lawsuit. Now, for anybody, for us, our stuff is all bachelor verification, man. I come on and do demonstrations. I don't even tell you I'm going to do the demonstration. Just do it out of nowhere. Because we can back our stuff up. We do it all live. We back our stuff up. So we hope someone challenges us in court. We keep asking every time, every video, you know, hey, if you don't feel so and so and so, sign the contract, sign the contract, sign the contract, sign the contract. I wish somebody would walk me through a courtroom, man. I'd beat the crap out of you in that courtroom. I'd have a ball, and I'd be showboating there and having a ball. I'll get advertising for my technology. I go on court record that our technology is through all this. I have a ball in there, man. Hopefully get a city contract while I'm in there, because they got that white screen that they're running right now. That's looking way better than that. Man, I have a ball in there. And I'll use our little meeting as advertisement to show you how badly our technology, how amazing our technology at the end of the day, how it's guaranteed that you can walk us in the courtroom, we'll win it every single time. We're going to build a track record on this. So with that being said, yeah, that's publicity for me. That's money for me at the end of the day. And money from you. Because you have to pay me. So yeah, that's what it is. Come on, man. You should have that kind of confidence. When customers, investors see that kind of confidence, they buy from you. I don't want to buy from somebody like, well, I don't know if it'll work or not. I mean, it might work. I'm not sure. I'm not buying anything from that person. You crazy? Oh, it'll work 100%. Hey, I want to bet my life on it, 100%. You want to see a demonstration? I'll show you a demonstration right now. Here you go. Bum, 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 bum. Where you want me to meet you at? Right here, demonstration. You can come over here and check out this demonstration. I do these things live every single day. There you go. That's the person I buy from. That's what I do business with. This is what I invest money into. Like when I saw the EcoFlow system, and I saw how they were doing the testing, how they did, I was like, oh, shoot, this thing is legit. I got one when it came out. I gave $300 and picked that one. And it was not disappointing. It did everything. I tested the daylights out of that thing, man. I ran all kinds of stuff through it. That thing worked. Until I burnt it out because I did something stupid. I kind of pushed the limits on it. I went past a little warranty because I was trying to figure out, I'm always testing them to figure out how far I can get away with stuff, and I kind of destroyed it. But anyway, it worked. It did exactly. Like the unit I got under my desk right now. Man, I ran everything through this thing, man. I had it outside. I had it here. I tested the daylight. This thing is freaking fantastic. I'm going to get me another one, too. This is the one that's 200. I'm going to get the one that freaking got 500 on. You know what? I can run at 500 on this. Man. And I tested it where I have a projector in here that is wattage at 190 to 196. And these only do 200. And I was able to run that projector outside for at least about roughly, I got an hour out of it. Man, this thing's the best. It's a good charge. It's a good corporate charge. I got it for $65. Yeah, I'll test your stuff. I think it's worth its weight in gold. So I'll be buying from this company for a long time. Let's see, limited edition. Limited edition. Ooh, edition. Some guys say, you don't act professional. I'm me. I'm who I am. But I bet you one thing, I can come to your conference dressed in a clown suit with some flip-flops and I'll beat the crap out of your stuff over there. Doesn't make a difference how I dress or what I wear. My technology backs itself up. I guarantee I'll wipe out every screen you got in the showroom. Dressed like Batman. Yeah. Now we developed this new technology. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have a ball. Wait till we build the arena. The arena. True power. Anyway, you know how it all works. You know what we do. So it's the same old thing. Go in, crush, conquer, destroy, move on. Now, when your product gets here, we're not going to do anything with your product. No, it's not that. Just simple demonstration. Keep that professional. None of that. Rah, 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 rah. We just do that when I'm doing this kind of work. Other than that, we'll say, hey, this is so and so and so. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. If you got some good points in there, I'm definitely going to magnify it for you. No problem. But the whole object is to show that our product is more superior. That we pull better contrast. We pull better color. Can you make our product look unwatchable? Can you operate in the environment so that's show our product is more superior? You can't come on YouTube talking about best of the best and I can beat yourself with $11 worth of hobby paint. Or say you're the daddy of screens, like Roger said, and I got cancellations on you left and right. Even got you to pull, actually quite a bit more than that. But I got in the pool. Texas has 38 point something million people. He canceled out Texas because I got people over there. Because he heard me say in the YouTube video they're about to order his product and bring it over. And the other, because they told me their order got canceled. He canceled their order. The other one was, Philly, of course, Philly. Pennsylvania, 13.8 million people he canceled. That's a lot of people for one person, right? Yeah. It's a lot of people. That tells you at the end of the day, and when people saw that, you attract trolls. Because trolls saw that happen. They were like, oh, crap, wait a minute, he canceled that many people for one person? Oh, I got to get this paint. I got to figure out how bad it is. So that's why he put that notice that we're being harassed. No, you're not being harassed. You triggered off the shark effect. If they smell blood in the water, they're going to come for you. So they were using our name. They were sitting there saying, I don't mind, because I don't care about that. But they were using my name by saying, hey, I'm ordering for Kenneth. I'm ordering for Kenneth. I'm ordering for Black Series Edition. And he said, oh, we're being harassed. That's not harassment. You just talk trash. You can't back it up. That's all. Well, if that website is still there, by the time we take it to court, I'm going to get $12,000. No, forget that $12,000. I'm taking the regular court. I'm taking the civil court to get 50 grand out of you. But he still got that whole thing on my face and all. That's a whole other story on that one. That's something else. But anyway, I'd say legendary, limited edition, black. Now I got to make sure. Put down your description, because this is going to come up in your search engine optimizer. You dump a whole bunch of pictures on here, and you don't go and label what these pictures stand for. The search engine optimizer is going to punish you for this because you cannot connect to Google. That's the important thing about the search engine optimizer. You have to get roughly somewhere between a point of 90 to 100 in order for them to approve your website to lock on to Google. I got 100. It's a pain in the butt. But you got to remember, every single picture requires a description of the picture. So if you got 1,000 on there, good luck with that. You have to go through all thousands of them. All right, so we're going to put down the description. Can we, whatchamacallit this? Oh, heck, we can't. We ain't going there. Okay, cool. The most superior projection screen paint on the planet. You know who comes up when I say that? Oh, that's us. Overtop their paint. Yeah. Because we're the only one who have that. I got so much. Let me put it this way. When we go to court and the judge asks me what is my experience level in black technology, we're so many levels it's not even funny. We're everywhere. We're everywhere online. We're everywhere. We pull up everywhere. All our demonstrations back up everything we do. You're screwed. You're definitely screwed on so many levels. Oh well. Figure out how you're gonna pay me that $1 million, but you know how badly $1 million lawsuit is, how heavy that is, how damage those things with them to that. $1 million lawsuit. It doesn't make a difference if you don't have the money. The outcast of $1 million is damaging. Which means that your credit score gone. No bank will touch you. You can't get loans. If you had a loan in the process, it got canceled. Don't cancel your loan. Or they're going to basically jump your APR because now they want their money. Your freaking mortgage on your house, gone. Car payments, gone. You don't have the money. You got a $12 million lien on top of your head. Sorry, $1 million lien on your head. It comes up in the system. The credit system pops up and says, hey, you owe somebody $1 million. You know how much damage that does to a person in a day? You don't got no way to pay this. And then the interest, these things have interest attached to them, which means every year the interest jumps, and the interest is a lot by $1 million. That's why they serve you these things. Because they know darn well, if you don't have a way to actually outrun the tree from left to right or forward, it's going to crush everything around as it's coming down. And eventually it'll strike you. That's why we ask for $1 million. So, you know, don't do dumb stuff. You don't get crushed by large trees. That's all. But yeah, your house payment, you can sit there and say, well, you can't take my house. The bank owns it. Problem is, you can't make the payments because you owe us. So that means your house is under foreclosure. And if they see that nonsense pop up, like, wait, you owe what? How the freak you get $1 million lawsuit over the top of your head? A judgment, so you got a judgment because we won it. Because you can't back that up. So there's going to be a problem there between you and that bank teller or whatever you talk to the guy you took in the day for the house. I don't do house like that. But yeah, they're going to have a discussion with you, a financial discussion, like you don't have the money to cover the house. Now, do you really want to walk into a bank and hear that nonsense at the end of the day when you got a family to come home to? This is why I tell you guys at the end of the day, this is not a game. You want to come on YouTube, you want to play these dumb games in the day, you have literally given us enough evidence. The minute you walk on a YouTube channel and you start blurting out things that you can't back up, and we get a copy of that, you're screwed in court. That fast. Get you a defamation lawsuit. You're going to have to back up whatever you said. That's the beautiful thing about the internet, the digital age, which I love. The proof and evidence is right there. It's the best thing ever. Best thing ever. We got you in a video recording making these statements. We got you. That's all we need. You're going to say you got a clone. That's you right there on your channel making that statement. It's coming out of your mouth. Digital age. It's easy to prosecute you. And as long as we can prove and back up what our stuff does, 100%, if you can't prove your statement, you're sued. A lot of you have lawsuits coming your way. I'm not going to mention how many. It's a lot of people who we saw on YouTube doing dirty videos about me, saying dirty things about my family. We got you in video recording making these statements. And these lawsuits are coming towards you. The little letter pop up. See, this guy never mentioned me on YouTube. Yeah, we never mentioned YouTube. But we know who you are. And they'll let it pop up saying, you owe my company $1 million, this is going to be bone crushing. You're going to lose your house. You own it, you're going to lose it. If you don't own it, you're still going to lose it. You don't have the money to pay the mortgage. If we find out financially you're worth more money, the lawsuits go up. Yeah. If we financially find that you're worth a little bit more money, the lawsuits will go higher than that. The object is to make sure you can't outrun the tree. Now, for those people that, what does he mean by tree? Cut a tree down. If you're in front of it, you start running. Now, if it's wide enough, you can't go from left to right. You're still going to get crushed by it, so there's no point in doing that. So most people run forward. So you're going to run forward, right? Now run it. But once this tree is far enough that you can't outrun it, no matter how much you run, it blocks out the sun as it comes down. That's how we plan to crush you in the courtroom. We give you an impossible task that you can't complete, which means is you can't pay us that money because you don't have it. Which means financially, they'll go through your information to see how much you're worth. And they'll hit you with a lawsuit that you can't afford. It's usually mostly the other way around. They'll figure out how much you're worth and they'll sue you for under that so they can get paid. But these attorneys are different. These attorneys are going to get paid because they're what they call retainers. When you pay an attorney on a retainer, they get paid regardless. Whether they're doing a case or not, they're on the payroll. So we say, hey, look, we want to sue this guy out of blah, 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 blah. They're going to sue you for that. Because they're not getting paid for that lawsuit. They're getting paid on a retainer. That's the difference between the two. So you're going to tell me at the end of the day that I don't know lawyers. I got a bunch of friends that are attorneys. So he's on the payroll. He's going to get paid either way. Whether we're not using him, he gets paid. He's on the payroll. So if he goes in and says, hey, we want like $20 million and we know you don't got it, he ain't worried about getting paid. He's paid already. He don't care about that. He's on a payroll. He's getting paid. He got a paycheck that comes in all the time. Not because he wins the case. No, he has a payroll, money coming in all the time because he's part of the company. So that's why I said that the lawsuits, when they get hit, they're going to be brutal. Because these lawsuits, because we can ask for tons of money that you don't have because the lawyer ain't worried about getting paid at the end of the day. He's already paid. Did I mention that any time I was talking about the attorneys? I didn't mention that, did I? All right, then now you know. I tell you that because it's coming up soon, that's why. You didn't think about that. Now I get something to be nervous about. If you did something stupid. And if for those who did something stupid, you have to worry about did we get your video or not. Well, that's life, right? You know, you got it. You get it's common sense. We all got it. We all got common sense. If you're mentally ill and you don't have it, then that's a different story. But other than that, we all have common sense. Come on, every time you go in to put your paycheck into a banking account, when you walk in there, right? You know to walk in, give the teller your check, you know, write off what you write off and leave, right? You know, it's common sense, right? And I say something pops up in your head like, hey, you can rob this place. The first thing pops in like, nah, I ain't doing this crap. You crazy? I got a family to take care of. I got things to do. Ain't nobody got time to be going to jail. Forget that nonsense, man. I'll do what I got to do. I'll struggle, whatever, I'll work, whatever. I ain't going down that road. That's called common sense. Some people ain't born with it. Some people look at it and go, you know, I had a bad idea, so and so and so. And then now you're being chased down the street by a bunch of cops and a helicopter and you're on the news and yeah, that mess. Common sense finally kicks in when you decide to get out of the vehicle, lay on the ground, and let them arrest you. Now you use common sense. Too late now. So that means you had common sense. You knew the difference between right and wrong, right? That's how that works. Even when I got locked up, I had common sense. I just didn't use it. That's how I got locked up. So you didn't use any of the common sense that was there. Don't do this. I did that. Sitting up there, no common sense. Common sense came later when I got out. I'm tired of this mess. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. All right, you see most superior projections we play on the planet. Put that punctuation mark. Bam! Now, for those of you saying, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't I do that? I'm trying to invite. That's what I'm doing. We know our product's going to be the beat, whatever it can be. I know that from the door. But I want to find something that can take me. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I'm saying it's like I don't know, like a beacon call. You know what I mean? They send out signals out in outer space, hoping that something would find us. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. I'm hoping that somebody somewhere in the world has something better than me. Oh man, this would be amazing. But you guys, at the end of the day, I bet you won't put out that. Go ahead, see what happens. Oh, we did this one already. I keep forgetting we do this one already before. We have cancellations on you. We did this. We did come at your product. You made some king challenge dumb nonsense. We bought your stuff. You gave me back my money. I was so disappointed when they gave me back my money. I was sad. That's sad. Especially when Danny gave us back her money. That was sad. Come on. That had to hurt. He got a lot of pride. He does. He's a person with a lot of pride. He is. That had to hurt when he had to give me back my money. 9 times. Even on a $20 sample. Because he has to pay PayPal back. You know that, right? And everybody has PayPal. You know how it works. If you return something, PayPal takes a percentage out of you when you return, and they take a percentage out of you when you receive. So he had to pay them back money out of his account. Now, if you didn't have any money in your account from the PayPal, that means that came out of your own pocket. Which means you paid twice on a $20 sample. That sucks. But next time you want to walk around your backyard making statements about Mr. Bird cancel, and by the way, you better have my cancel. You better have my cancel when you go to court. You better have it. That's fraud. And you say it's past statute of limitation? No. On a company, on fraud, it's 7 years. I checked. So you guys are still under the mark. Yes! Until then, I get to go barbarian. I get to go Viking mode. I get to go Spartan mode on this new technology. I get the challenge. Which we built the arena. The arena. We're going to call it the arena of shame or pain. No, I'm going to call it that. Got to keep respecting it. But I know my investors are over there cracking like, man, you have fun every day. Like every time you turn around, you do something. Can you just make a gamer paint? We did. That gamer paint is beautiful. I got the giant gamer scene we're going to put here 5 by 10 here. And on this side, we're going to have now the new black technology over here. It's going to be amazing. I might put in some black thunderclouds in there too. Black thunderclouds. We're working on top of the bunker. All right. Let's get this done, people. It is already 7:51. Mr. Bird has to be out because he has things to do. Oh, wait, we got to repeat this process, don't we? We have to repeat this process for all of them. All right, so give me copy this. Come back in. We got to repeat this stuff over and over again. So the first one, don't forget to do this. If you don't, it's going to be your freaking nightmare when we put in the search engine optimizer. Trust me. It's going to go to your site. It's going to pull everything that doesn't look right, and it's going to bring it back to fix this. I'm like, oh man, I just put in 1,000 pictures over there. Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. I did it already. I already went through that nightmare. I did one already. I should have did it twice. I'm about to do it again. Again. It's all in there. Oh, did we miss one here? You know, it's funny because when we develop this stuff, you ever hear me talking about, well, I do talk about product makes a lot of money, I make a lot of money. But really, I don't really get off on that. It's the conquer. It's the challenge. This is why I keep doing this stuff. The testing, yes, is brutal. There are days in testing that there's days where I'm worn out. I don't feel like testing, but I do it the next day. I do it the next day. I do it the next day. It has to be done. But the most fun I have in these screens is not the money. It's not the money for me. It is the challenge. The challenge to be the conqueror of the screens. I get so much fun out of that. You have no idea. I love it so much. I love it. I can go worldwide with this one because I put myself on that marker. I literally deliberately put myself on that ledge on purpose. What will we find? I don't even know. I'm so excited about this. Now, I know you guys, you trolls at the end of the day, are going to try to come up with some plan. Well, no, forget you at the end of the day. We're not thinking about you in the day. Please. You are the flies on my windshield of my tractor trailer of glory. No, we're not thinking about you. You don't have a product already from the door. We already know you guys. You got to show that you legitimately have a product. I'm not putting myself against some junk at the end of the day. Show me that you have a legitimate product. I want to see a website. I want to see marketing. I want to see testing. At least 30 tests at the day, and the day to show you're worthy of our technology. You have to be worthy of the tests. The certifieds are worthy. They are worthy. All right, so let's move on. We must move on. They probably we'll just keep pranking. No, we don't care about this stuff. No. Like I said, you are the flies on my tractor trailer of glory on the windshield. Just get ready to move on. Give me something worth my time. I gotta get myself a Spartan mask when I do this, or Viking mask or something, a helmet or something. All right, let's copy this real quick so we can put this in here over and over, again and again and again and again. My buddy was watching my video. He was like, "You make all them weird sounds in the valley." Yeah, because I'm in there having a ball, man. You don't have any idea. When I do the gaming sites, I like doing the gaming sites, but they do drive me crazy. But the black technology, I love black technology. I have a special place in my heart for black technology. I do. Is a gamer black? It is black. It's an interesting type of black. This is actually true jet 100% ultra black. All right, let's move on. Now, naysayer, I expect for you to cry about this. I want you to cry good and hard about this screen. I want you to call me all types of names like you usually do. Call me scammer and rip off. All that stuff. You know, usually stuff you do at the end of the day. Be careful. You never know who could be on your account watching you. At the end of the day, who's documenting your video, getting you ready for court. You never know. But until then, I need you to cry. Because when you guys cry, it makes me look good. I need you to cry all day long. Just cry. You know what I mean? You get on there and, run back to the room. For some reason, I don't know why I see this. Like when I have them when we had the open chat and they're in there ranting, you guys remind me of a bunch of chihuahuas and they just ran. But the funny thing about it is, with the naysayer, I see them on their phone watching my video, and then when I embarrass them, my technology does something to embarrass them, I see them run into the back room. And as they run to the back room, they transform. They go from a man to a woman. And then next thing they're running back there, they got the freaking footy pajamas on, the pigtail. They jump on them. They're like, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. They write in their diary, Dear Diary, Kenneth Bird gets on my nerves. Every day his product does amazing things. You do, because y'all get mad. Y'all get so mad. You ever see him in the forum sites when I open up the channel, the chat? We post those. We call it hater comedy. We post them. And they've been there putting the hobby face with emojis and all that stuff and ranting, mimicking me and stuff like that. That stuff doesn't burn me up or make me angry. We use that as advertising to show how ugly our haters are. But in the day, it shows how our haters how jealous you are. That's what we use it for. So when you see my camera, sometimes the camera behind me, I'll be recording your statements. I post that up on other sites. And look how bitter my haters are. I'm beating the crap out of these guys. You make us money. We make money off of you. Like Danny, we make money off of Danny. I got a Pennsylvania challenge up here. So we tell people, like, look, this guy's product, we beat his stuff so badly, he canceled out all of Pennsylvania. And we got people that go on their phone and they try to go to the site and find a Pennsylvania. We're like, wow, really? Yeah, we got an entire business to cancel 13.8 million people out of Pennsylvania. We use that. We make money off of that. You know how much bragging rights that is? We got somebody so terrified of us, they've removed an entire state for us. That's serious clout. Come on. Then the other guy, we got y'all cancellations. We show off y'all cancellations on forum sites. Some of y'all cried on the cancellations. We show them make money off of y'all. And then we go to court pretty soon. We're going to take a lot of these companies to court to see if they can back up that contrast. We want to use that as a stepping stone to prove why our technology is better than everybody else. Forget those freaking forum sites in the day. I'll take you to court. It has more weight than the day. That's what Epson is smart about. Very smart. Figured it out. They take all these cheap projectors showing why their projector is much more superior. They're going to out them and ruin them and get rid of them. Isn't that pretty intelligent? Seriously, ain't it? I like their business at the end of the day. But anyway, yeah, so, but other than that, between that right there and, you're going to change, I don't know how this is going to work. If you've been selling a product for about 2 years and you've been stating it pulls a black level, how do you fix that? Honestly. Oh, we didn't put it here. That's what we put it here. Bam. All right. Is it there? Oh, it is there. Let's click on this. Boom. There's our new player right there, matching in the ultra black demonstration to our blue black technology. Now, please keep in mind, do not take it seriously. These are just basic side-by-side test demonstrations. Not for you trolls. The trolls are just who you are. We don't follow. We'll see you in court soon. But I'm talking about the people that we test your product. Do not take it seriously. You have a business at the end of the day, right? Of course, you have a home or whatever. I'm not in the business to put you out of business. I just have to show them today my product is more advanced. That's it. I have to back up what I say. And the person backs up what I say. So, with that being said, I'm not going to say your product is this and that. I would never say it in the day. It's just showing side by side. That's it. Most likely be very little talking in the demonstration. But I have to prove this at the end of the day. It's business at the end of the day. But if you feel the need that you're going to go emotional, like the other one did, the rest of those did, become emotional over this, and you feel the need to attack me on that level, I will see you in the court, and this will cost you more than $1 million. I will take it all from you, including your freedom if we can. So, that's a fair warning at the end of the day. Now, if you want to take my product and you make false accusations, and try to make your product look good, again, you're going to lose everything in the process. We can back ourselves up 100%. Do not take me as a joke. Don't take me as a game at the end of the day. I think at the end of the day I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't been here long enough. I was making your product before. And most of you even had that paint to begin with, which I know from the door. The only person I can say honestly had their paint before us was Blue Screen. They were right around the time. When we came out, Blue Screen was out before me. That's how I knew about it. That's how I found out about the Blue Screen. So that paint on and all that stuff, you weren't even around. But anyway, as I said before, like I said, it's just a simple demonstration. If you feel the need, now companies don't do that because companies don't get emotional like that. If they can find a flaw in me, they'll send an attorney after me. But, they won't. They will hit me by now. But as for the other people who have the mom and pops, sometimes you guys get emotional and you do too much. I'll take it from you. I'm not playing with you. So, I'll do the demonstration. If you want to do it with our product, I have no problem with that. Knock yourself out. Go get it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Cancel no orders. I know what it does. But if that thing doesn't look exactly the way it does in our videos, and we show that basically that you alter and change it, which means we request a ship back. We request you to ship the item back to us for us to retest it on YouTube Live. For ship back, sir. Yeah, you mess around and mess up on one of those things, you're in a lot of trouble. We have people that fight us on those things. They don't want to send it back. Well, why? They tamper with the paint, that's why. You have to send back the original containers to us. We pay for shipping costs. But you have to send that container back to us. So we pull that thing out, we do that black versus black test, and that thing comes up as black as a paint when you put something in it. If you put something in, this is going to cost you some jail time. It means you tampered with my stuff, which means I'm going to file charges against you for fraud against my business. So I would advise you don't do that. All right, I'm glad we had this time together. Wait, I still got more stuff to put in here. All right, so we got the slideshow, that's done right there. Video players right there. Got the little legendary freaking, what you want here at the movie theater. Then come over here, this little summary right here. We have to put in specification sheet, which we can't put in yet because this stuff has to be tested on a whole nother level, which we can't even show you yet. But, bam, another section. Now we're going to put here, we're going to explain the gain capability, which somebody was supposed to have on their site, the gain, so we can figure out exactly what that stuff was. I don't even know what gain I'm getting, Rogers. What gain am I getting from your gain range? It could be anything. It could be a 0.8, which is virtually impossible. Oh my goodness. You had a 0.8? It was a 0.8? No. It's something 0.85, something crazy number. Do you have any idea what a gain that high would do? That's a spotlight. That's literally a freaking prison spotlight. That's why you should rename your paint retina burners, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. You're going to burn so much retina. It's clean out with that mess, man. All right, how do I want to do this? I have to do the heightener. We do want the heightener, but we have to do it with the ambient light projection. Oh, I know how. Now, I like when I do this. You know why I joke around and do these videos at the time? Because people don't take me seriously, and then you end up getting the Trojan horse. Don't open your door. Don't open it. I warn you. Don't open it. Whatever's in there, leave it in there. Don't open it, door. Now, if you see me having all this fun, you know how it works, right? You know how we do things, right? We come on here, we have a lot of fun, you know what's coming, right? Anytime we have this kind of fun like this, something really nightmarish pops up for companies. You know what happens, right? So if I'm having this much fun, you see me doing all this joking, having fun, you're in a lot of trouble. Your product is in a lot of trouble. If you talk trash about us, you're in a lot of trouble. If you didn't talk trash about it, it's a simple side-by-side demonstration. And I used to sell gray screen paint back in the day. I mean, I would even say at the end of the day, it's a good gray screen paint, so, blah, blah, blah. Well, you need to change over to new technology. Really, honestly, you need to change over to new technology. There. Darker technology. Start doing your testing. Don't add me into it. You don't want us testing your stuff. Excuse me, at the end of the day, we don't need that, do we? No, we don't. Do we need it? We do not. I'm going to kill some zombies so badly. I just haven't had any time. I've been here doing this. I mean, I do like this part, though. I do like this. I'm giddy, people. I'm so giddy. I am more giddy than a schoolgirl with a new dress. That's a whole lot of giddy. Are you giddy? What the heck is this right here? That's jacked up. That's all a bunch of bids. Monitoring. What's the studio? Oh, okay. I was going to do it wrong. I was like, wait a minute. Why we got a bunch of bids in there? It's not. See, if he had that skill level in 3D printing, this is how I would have did it. And easily. First things first, a business, I would have came there and got my paperwork done straight. So I could do whatever I want to do within the guidelines and not be prosecuted for it. That's the first thing I would have did. Because at that particular time, I think when he came down here, I don't know who would have been president. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that nightmare at the end of the day in there, because no one was really talking about it on that level until that nightmare came in. But you would have came down here, kept your nose clean. You had somebody already set you up with a nice spot to be. He's making a little money under the table from the printing shop. I would have took some of that money, went and invested. Who cares about YouTube? And I don't care about that. I'm going to go get my paperwork straight first. Get my paperwork straight, good on that at the end of the day. then if you had that printing skill capability, because you must have had it for a while, because again, his painting skills are amazing. I looked at the stuff. See, Jamie, that's the difference between me and you. I'm a man, you're a child. You know why I say that? Because I can see something in a person and give him credit for credit's due. I ain't gotta like you at the end of the day, but I can still give credit where credit is due. I'm not a big fan of the guy at Black Diamond. I don't, at the end of the day, I don't really care for him too much. I don't hate him, but I don't care for him too much. I don't like how he treated me in that whole process. But I respect his technology. He makes a really good screen. You can't do that. You're a child. You can't separate your emotions. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. That's what you do. I can honestly come and say, hey, I've seen the stuff that you design. I don't approve of what you're doing. It's against the law, and you're ripping off our country. They are ripping off our country. You're ripping off American companies you're ripping off in the day. But your painting skills are good. They're really, really good. You could have did something with that, man. A lot of people would have hired you for that. Because again, people need stuff made all the time. People want their own bobbleheads made and stuff like that. You could have did customization for bobbleheads. You could have made a lot of money out of that. It's too late now. You screwed up. But you could have did something with that, man. You come over here, you get in a lot of trouble. You should have came over here, kept your nose clean, got your paperwork, got locked in. And then that would have gave you the ability to be able to get a little warehouse spot. Something you might want to rent out, because then you'd be zoned for. You'd be good to go. Go get your business license. Now you got your business license. You got your freaking zone for it. And then you turn around and you get your LLC now. You're good on that. All that stuff is legit. You ain't got to lie about nothing whatsoever. Get yourself a website. Set that up. So now you got a nice business. Then you get your YouTube channel set up. Everything is legit. And just run a nice little business. You could have been doing really good. The timeline you've been here, you've been doing good. Now you're going to get hit with some heavy charges, man, because that stuff you printed out is licensed material. You're going to go to jail for this stuff. This is going to be an interesting ordeal he's going to go through. But yeah, he messed everything up. Being sneaky and following the devil. If you're following God, that's the way you would have went. You could have had a very comfortable life if you had did it that way instead. And at that, you could have basically used that story and that success to help other people that have been coming over here, to probably help them out. Say, hey, look, this is how I started. I went to my business here. I did this and that. You could have helped other companies. You could have basically advertised. I went to this law firm and I went to this company. And you could have built an entire empire just like that. You had it, man. You had the perfect story. You came over here and you built an empire. You did this instead. Now this is just going to get you deported to a third world country that's far worse. Because you followed Satan. Yeah, you could have did something with that, man. He has good painting skills. I say, oh, watch yourself. I don't hate on you at the end of the day. I don't got time for that nonsense. I'm a busy person. I ain't got time for that. I just come out here and I crush, do what I got to do. I run a business at the end of the day. I do what I do. If something comes against me, I got to challenge. I can't let anything roll over top of me. I got to stay on top of this. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to do them dirty tactics. Them dirty tactics can get me sued, can get me in a lot of trouble. I got to do it by the book. You guys do dirty tactics. That's why you're in the situation you're in right now. You could have did something with that. Fantastic painting skills. I was like, wow, that's pretty incredible. I painted myself, and he has an amazing skill level. He could have did something with that. It's too late now. The company's going to want their money. It's probably a good thing that you are getting deported, because if they find out, they're going to find out. They're going to know. They're going to know. YouTube videos are out there. They're going to know. Yeah, those companies have big boy attorneys. Big time corporate attorneys. Disney is not somebody you play around with. Marvel is a company. Marvel, Nintendo, these are places you don't mess with. And we know that we're American citizens, don't play with these people. They throw them lawyers your way. You are done. They may even be able to override. Hopefully, they may be able to. They may be able to override. No. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. But it's crazy, but he's going to be in a bit of a tug of war. It's going to be like watching a bunch of megadons fight over a whale. It's going to be a bloodbath. Because each one of those companies going to want a piece out of it for what he did. Could have did something with that. What do? You do that dumb nonsense. You made your people look bad. You could have made your people look amazing. That'd have been an amazing story right there. This guy came over here from Mexico, man. Came over here, got all his stuff together, got his paperwork, locked it all in, and started this printing business over here. You could have put your people on the map. That's a beautiful thing right there. But you do this instead. And if you did everything by the book, you would have your own spot. It'd be zoned. You can put those huge units around it. Like I said, my buddy got his legit, got a business. He got them cased in. You could have been running a successful business. You see the sad thing is, Fernando? You made money. You made some money off what you did. You could have been beyond that at the end of the day. What you made is pennies. I understand people, it's pennies. Look at that quick. Pennies. Bills will eat that up quick. You made pennies, man. You could have been beyond that. You could have built a structured empire, something you could have left back to your kids for generations. And yet you built that instead. See, everybody gets blessings. The devil will sit there and figure out ways how to take it from you. And that's what he did. He has a fantastic skill level in painting. Could have did something with that. The devil sat there and saw that from the door when the Lord gave it to you. Even if you're not following Jesus in the day, God gives you a blessing. And the devil figured out a way that quick. I'm gonna take that blessing, I'm gonna taint it and use it for my own benefits, so I can destroy it. That's why you gotta be careful. Yep. So right, this is what it made me think about that right there. I saw the printing right there. I was like, man, he could have built a website. He could have put this on his website right here. That's for the 3D printing right there. Look at this. That's what I saw right there when I saw that. I said, man, you could have did something with that, man. You could have. I would have hired you. I would have paid you. Your skill level is really good. I would have paid you. If you did that legit, and you were about a book, and you didn't do any of that nonsense, that petty stuff you do at the end of the day, you tainted your business, man. No matter what business you get, you tainted it. You dox an address on your website. Nobody will touch you on that level. The only way you can sell that product, you got to be on the street to do it. Online, they already know what kind of person you are. And at that, you made it, oh my goodness, man, you sold it to customers right out in the open. That's messed up. Yeah, they're going to testify against you to keep themselves out of jail. I guarantee you. Messed up, man. You could do something else with that, man. I did customized bobbleheads. That's what I did. You got that skill level. You could do it. I did custom. People would pay. I would pay for one of them things at the end of the day. There's a lot of stuff I could have paid you for. Hey, I need this done. I need that done. Da 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 da. Can you make this for me? I need that. Man, we would have been on my payroll, man. I had a lot of people on at the end of the day would have been giving you money at the end of the day for that setup, for what you do. But, you're a jerk at the end of the day. You do dirty stuff. Nobody can trust you. Somebody sat there and said today, "Want you to do business? We can't do business with Jamie. Jamie is dirty. Jamie is dirty. Jamie, mess around and get me sued. Nope. I ain't going near you with a 10-foot pole." Now, you see how my reaction is? Because you do stuff like that. Imagine we had a contract with him. He doxed an address or did some nonsense, started stalking somebody, or with his crew, the people he hang around with. Yeah, that's bad influence for my business. When you hang around with people like this, and they do something dirty, that reflects back on you. That's like, you giving somebody, helping somebody with a job. The first thing you say is, look, don't mess it up for me. Don't go in there and do something stupid because it's going to reflect back on me. How many people have been through that one before? If I put my neck on the line for you, make sure you make me look good because I put my neck on the line for you. And they do something dumb, you're like, oh, I'm going to get hit with this mess. There you go. Your reputation is ruined, man. You could have did something with that. Does that. I've seen so many people with blessings, amazing skill levels. I'm like, could have did something with that, man. That's what I saw. When I saw that 3D thing printing, I saw the whole entire plan, how you could have did this business. Yep. And you have to come up with some real serious money. You're going to need serious money. These lawsuits can case into millions of dollars for these guys at the end of the day. You have to figure out how to, they don't want their money. They definitely don't want their money. Wouldn't you? You would want your money too. You make a product, you design something, it's your business in the day, and you find that there's some guy on YouTube basically profiting off your company, making money, and you're not getting a dime of that, heck, you're going to want your money. You're definitely going to want it. So guess what? That's what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. And it did something better with that time, man. But see, that's what the devil do. The devil will wrap you up in nothing but hatred, Gotta release that stuff when that kicks in. Hatred, 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 to bind you up to that mess now. He ain't got no future now. He wrecked it. God knows what else is going inside of his chest cavity right now with that stuff he breathed in. That's even worse. Hopefully there's nothing there. Hopefully there's nothing there at all. You know the jacked up thing about this, Fernando? Majority of your followers are waiting for you to crash and burn. The people you have on your account don't even support you. The people on your account basically get excited when you do dumb stuff. And you got people in there watching you do something stupid. When your brain's telling you don't do this because it's wrong, and you got your friend like, go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and do it. That's a person you need to cut off. That's a person you need to get rid of. That's not a friend at the end of the day. That's an enemy. Because that's a person going to sit there and watch you sit in the prison cell and laugh at you. Oh, he in there now. He can't do anything now, man. He got himself locked up, man. He was an idiot. There you go. You got a bunch of people on your account that did not tell you to stop what you were doing. They told you to keep on going. Those were not your friends. They were demons. There were people who were against you 100% just to watch you burn. I had to cut somebody off when Jamie first started in. I was doing some dumb stuff. And I remember one of my friends said, won't you do this to him? I said, I ain't doing none of that whatsoever. You just making trouble at the end of the day. I'm not going down that road. I had to cut him off. Tell them what kind of person you are. I need something with lighted room. Can we get lighted room? I need one lighted room. Get lighted. Yeah, those are not your friends. Those are your enemies. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is all, yes, it's crazy because it's all normal lighting. I'm so not used to being in normal lighting. This is the lighting that plagues everybody else. We're not used to that. We have more lighting than this. Oh, we use this one for the front. I do like this one right here. But I can't put that there. Because that's, oh yeah, it is. That's what's on for IOEG. It's what we have. It's the same lighting we can use in there. Okay, cool. We need some more than that, but this is kind of an idea. Bam! Alright, that's in there. What else? We have that in there for lighting. That right there. I need to put in heightener technology. But this section where it doesn't have to be all that wide. Simple explaining what it is. Oh, I know, that would be sick. Okay, we gotta do that. That would definitely be sick. I got a crazy idea. I'm just gonna put the platform. I can't really get the time to build it, but we gotta change this to something darker. Black. What are these? It's a satin. Triangle. Fragments. Dark fragments. Then we have to, we need a white. White square surface. And then we'll come back to you. It's how much you want to charge it up. Why do you need to listen to music on my show? Oh, all the Bluetooth speakers out. Oh. And I got the cell phone game. I'm in love with Captain TNT. I get to blow stuff up. What I like about it is strategy. It ain't like basically just put dynamite and blow where you want to blow it. You got to find certain weak points in the building to be to take the whole thing down with 3 sticks of dynamite. I freaking love that. Okay, I can get back to that. See how fast my brain changed? I think my freaking work. I'm gonna take my music out and play it. What's down here? Power stuff down here. Is it over here? Where's it at? Where are you? Man, I hate it when I do this to myself. Why do I lose my stuff like this? All right, folks, let's get back to work. You got butterflies to paint and all that stuff like that. Go work. We'll figure out where it's at later on. I don't care. Somewhere around here. All right, I need something like a white surface, but this is not going to do it. I need like a white surface. Let me see. Copyright free white screen. And this guy sitting back there confused as I don't know what. Like, wait a minute, how can he say nice things about me? I don't hate you, Jamie. You just do a lot of dumb stuff. Unfortunately, I got to prosecute you. I have to. I got to get rid of you, man. You don't learn anything, man. I've learned that down through time of knowing you. We've given you so many opportunities to go in a different direction, man. All we wanted you to do was just go someplace else. But you can't, man. You got this, like, deep hatred for me. So we got to, like, get rid of you now. Because, you know, I would love for you to stay there in California with your family and all that, you know what I mean, whatever, you know. But as you can see, he does dirty stuff regardless. If it doesn't involve screen paint, he does dirty stuff. You know, ripping off all those companies and stuff, and especially Stanley. I mean, come on, man. You knew better than to do all that stuff at the end of the day. And then put the word blessed in it. Come on. You do too much, man. But even on our end, that's why we sent you the cease and desist letter. Go someplace else. But no, you had to keep hitting my company over and over again. You're not doing any damage to me. You didn't see me take any damage. No, we didn't take any damage from you. You took all the damage. So again, we kept warning you over and over again, you don't listen, you don't listen. I was willing, if you had signed that document we sent over from the attorneys, if you had signed it, this would have never existed because we didn't want to have our business, that's it. Even after everything you did to me, I was willing to let it go. But you just kept coming at me and coming at me and coming at me. And now in the back of our minds, we're thinking the only way we're going to get any peace of mind away from you is to get rid of you. So I'm going to go down the file with the magistrate. I'm going to go file. I got plenty of charges on you. When they pull your charge, you got 37 in there on you. They can pick any one they want. But we're going to let them know at the end of the day you are undocumented. And by saying that, an ICE unit will come to see you and you will be removed. Because you are attacking an American company. I'm an American citizen at the end of the day. However way you want to see it, Fernando, I am an American citizen and I have an American company and you attacked me. You attacked my family members. We are Americans. So because of that and the crimes you have committed, I can get you removed. And I'm going to get you removed. And you can call it racist all day long. It's racist if you were minding your own business and you weren't attacking us and you didn't know us and we just came along and said, oh, he's Mexican, we got to get rid of him. That's racist. No, Jamie, what you did was you came over here and you attacked me, attacked my family members, and you committed crimes. That's what you did. Now, if you feel that you didn't commit any of those crimes, let's say get an attorney, file a lawsuit against me for defamation and whatever, but you can't because you did commit these crimes. Therefore, that's why we need you to remove. I'm tired of you, man. I'm tired of you. Every time we develop something here, you come talking some nonsense or some trash, doing fake demonstrations, calling me different names. I'm a scammer, I'm a ripoff, attacking my family, bringing other people in and attack my family. I am tired of you. So we're done. You hit the breaking point. I'm getting you out of this country one way or another. You are leaving. So when I go up there and file, I will let them know that you are not documented and you need to be removed because you are attacking my family, you're attacking me, and you are stealing from other businesses. You're going. You're leaving. You got to go. You do too much. I let a lot of stuff slide. A lot of stuff slide from this guy at the end of the day. He has no respect for anybody. You got to go. Unfortunately for you, the sad thing about it is for him, he is not going to be going back to his own country. Those charges he has on him, it's enough for them to prosecute him to push him someplace else. But he brought it on himself. He has no one to blame at the end of the day but yourself. You did this yourself to yourself. You, like I said, the way I explained the battle plan you could have did at the end of the day, you could have been successful. Very successful business. Very successful business. There's a good skill level in painting. What do you do with it? Unbelievable. Okay, we'll get this right here. Let me see if we can grab it. So I'll point from there. You just need it from there. No. You have to go from there. You have to go from there to get it from there. You can't go from there to get it from there. You have to bring it through here. That's going to be there. All right, so let me see. We'll have to go through pictures. Oh, no. You can't run it from there. You have to run it from here. We're here, right here. You got to run it from here. Isn't it the same thing? Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Go to pictures and you have to go to... That's not the right one. All right, where are you? That's not you. Paint. These websites and paint is always taking forever to get done. Let me see. Am I looking forward to this, Fernando? No, I'm not. I would have wished you would have signed that freaking document and left me the freak alone. But you didn't, did you? You have to go. You have to go. Now I'm going to contact the immigration again, let them know, give them the doc when we're going to court, what we're setting up, so they're well aware of what we're about to do, and update the folder again, and then basically go over there and file any one of those charges will do. And basically, for you attacking my business. Now, mind you, as we do this, the parties that were involved with Fernando, they're going to be added to that. So you know what's going to come next. I told you, we're in the process of having you brought here for prosecution for the stuff that you did. So you have to be added in with those new charges and everything I have going on, because I want them to know that he triggered off the effect. I don't want them to know that we're not going to have it so that he's going to basically... He's going to be deported, but he's going to be deported knowing that these other individuals were also too with him on these actions. You're not going to get away with these gentlemen today. I will make sure you're added in with this report. I'm going to name your names. I'm going to put your addresses in on who you are and where you're at, and the actions that you carried out with this individual now that's being deported. You'll be added in with that also too. This will also raise federal FBI, definitely, because once he's hit, that's FBI and all that, they're all that, high level, they're all that. But you guys were helping them too also. I want them to know that. It's not going to be just him. You'll be added in with this also too when we file the court case. I will be adding your names also, so we can begin the process of bringing you to court next. And keep in mind, I just had someone call me yesterday from the courts about the whole thing about bringing them here. It can be done. And why? Medical conditions. Can't be on a plane. Now we got 6 top doctors in Philadelphia will vouch I have this disease, and why I cannot be on that plane. So that means that you'll have to come here now. Let me see. I need to give me this. They're going to have to go the other way around this. Oh, you gotta open. You need to open this. Oh, I'm taking this one. Yeah, take this one. Open this one. This one. Right, there we go. Take that one. Get that one. Why don't you even have that there to open if you can open it? Let me go to this one instead. Let me see. Ooh. Isn't that type of small? Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Get out of there. Get out of there. Let's see. That's sideways. I don't want it sideways. It could be kind of cool if it was sideways. It's kind of cool. I'm not saving option. I'm not even happy with this. Yeah, we're leaving that. We're leaving that. Yeah, yes. Leave. I need something bigger. What about you? I need white surface for each floor. Yeah. Yeah. All right, no problem. Give me let me see. This is a smaller one too. I already got it already. Oh, it's larger than the other one. All right, what do we got here? No. I want to paint. What are we drawing? Got anything here to draw on? Come on, what's this right here? Let's see. There we go. That's better. Now we can draw. All right, let me see. Nah, we're not doing that. That's what we're doing. What we got here? What's this one? Are we drawing? We don't want to do that one. Erase. All right, let me see. Well, this is awkward. I'm trying to figure out exactly where we have. It's supposed to be something up here that tells us we can basically use a form of that painting. I'm not painting anything. I'm trying to put in something for like a text. Nope, you're not giving me that. That's not gonna work. Give me that. In there. Oh, come on. This is supposed to be easy. Let me see. We're not using that after this. Oh, you gotta have more options than this. All right. This is it. There you have nothing we can write here at the bottom. It's supposed to be something there to write. I need to put something here. Oh, you know what? No. We don't even need that. We don't need that. We're good. We're Gucci. We don't need it. We're Gucci. We're good. I forgot about that. We don't need that. I definitely don't want that. I forgot about that. That definitely will not work. Let me see. Yeah, but how's it going to push to the screen? Oh, no, you fade both of them at the same time. That's how we do it. We fade them both. All right, that's a black background. Give me, let me see. Give me image. Take image. Give me import upload. I think you should do the first right there. Right there. All right. Okay. Where are we going right here? I need, what's this say? A white 4. This is the most brightest one, but that's probably the smallest one. I'll take this one over here. Go over here. There we go. It's in there. Let's get that to the page. Boom. All right. That's perfect. Now I want to stretch you out a little bit. Alright, put you in here like this. That's perfect. Are you centered? What the heck? How come you're not centered? Are you centered? Alright. Nope. I'm not centered, don't it? Alright, now we change that out to something bright. Oh, wait a minute. Why would you have that there to begin with? We can change it that way instead. This is just pointless. That was just absolutely pointless altogether. We don't need that there. We just change it over to this and make it so much easier. Go over the text. Get that interesting text when it lights up. Oh, yeah, definitely one of these. Do it this way would be so much better. Untold story. Boom. All right, come over here and let's change this out. And change it out to untold story. Lesson to be learned about this particular section right here. Leave this in here, write whatever you want in here, take it out later. If you don't, it'll blow your page right to the roof. Expands your page. So just leave that in there. I don't know why it does that. Leave that in there. And then write what you want to write in there. And then later on, get rid of that, and then it'll stay normal. It'll throw your stuff on your page. Let me see. Oh, why are you over there? That starts to shrink. If you basically add in your stuff in there, you take that out, it'll blow up real large and it'll throw your stuff all over the page. Can we add to this? Oh, you can? Alright, cool. Infusion light energy gain. Nope. No choice. Gain. That's all us. Infusion light energy gain. Could be me. Well, let me see. Infusion light energy gain. No matter what you put in here, it will always be capital. It doesn't make a difference. It always comes out capital. All right, now you go in, and now you get rid of the other part of it. There you go. And stories. And now you have ILEG. Infusion light energy gain. Remove this. Take this and put this down at the bottom here. How close are we to the top of the bottom? Yep, but wait a minute. Okay, well, I'm going to put a summary in there. Alright. Expand out a little bit. Expand out a little bit. Change this. We can put in here. Do we have in here? Change out our background media. You know what, man? I don't know you. Don't know you. Gotta get yourself some hammer pants. Hammer, hammer, hammer. There we go. That'll be there instead now, so that these bring your letters to life. Now it's video to play through your letters. Let me see. Fusion energy. Okay, perfect. And now we go in and we change it to a slow build. Over here, if you want to fade it in, because we want to push through as the black's pushing through, we want this to push through it. Gives a nice cool effect. Put it all the way to the top. 4%. My delay is always 7. Oh. Alright, got it published. Back over here. That's the site firing up right now. Change some things on it. We gotta reset that. Yep. Okay, it's right there. Got that's what's looking for, that rushing liquid. Ugh. The video player is in 235.1. Put your slideshow. We're setting up there for another demonstration. Putting some stuff in there. This is the infusion. Pushes right through, showing the gain. That's what you want. I want actually brighter than that. I need something more. I can see the brightness pushing through it. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I see it. I definitely see it now. I want more of a brighter effect. Let me see. Bright light screensaver. Good gracious, what's going on there? My goodness, that's too much light. I'm trying to get somebody a seizure in the process. Jeez. Something brighter than that. What do we got going here? No, that don't work. Got a person up in the window. Blinded by the light. That's the song I want to listen to today. Where's my freaking charger today? Oh, I should be on the desk. Right here. I'm going to track it for a minute. I'm trying to figure out where I put my portable speaker. Because I'm going to hear that song. Throw it over. I have to go over my headsets and stuff. Alright, I'll find it later. It's gotta be in here. I could be charging my unit while I'm doing this. And I can't figure out exactly where I stuck that little thing in. Yeah, put it in weird places. The solo, they had the music back in the 70s, it was kicking it. You don't get solos like that no more. And the solo, you don't get solos anymore like that. I don't get what you're doing anymore. Everything now is all digital. There's a difference between digital and, man, people who listen to bands back in that era where they didn't have all that digital nonsense, at the end of the day, the music was so much better. That's like trying to listen to music. The oldies on digital is horrible. Record, man, record. You got to go LP with that, man. I'm getting me a record player. I'm going to listen to Frank Sinatra. I can't listen to Frank Sinatra on digital. It doesn't. That crackling and that popping sound in the background, that was music. Can't do that stuff today, man. One thing I love about Gen Z, I love when Gen Z gets a chance to experience the music from the past and to see their eyes light up, how they really get a chance to enjoy really good music. That I do love to see. I got Gen Z in my family that listens to freaking the oldies, man. The oldies from the 50s, and they love it. So I figured instead of just basically just laughing at them, because sometimes you do some crazy stuff, educate them. So I'm like, yo, man, this is a payphone. This is what we used to use back in the day. You had to have a quarter on you, a dime, or whatever the time of your time you had to go through. That's what you had to do. If you wanted to go make a phone call, you had to go find a payphone. You didn't know the horrors of the payphone. You find that little box, somebody that urinated in there. God knows what went on in that payphone. Why did they make them so close to the curb? I could never understand that nonsense. But anyway, yeah. I got some retro stuff. I'll let them come over and check it out. Yo, hook it up. Hook the whole JVC sound system with the freaking record player and amp equalizer, cassette player, and all that crazy stuff. Hook it up. And they be having a ball. Yeah, teach them something. Teach them old technology. I got one right now. He has a reel-to-reel player in his room. A reel-to-reel, a big one too. When I got it at the thrift store and rebuilt it. See, that's what I'm talking about. They would get more fun out of the past and the future. They would. So now he started off with the reel-to-reel player, and now he's going to do a whole system. He's going to do an old retro system. He'll do it from scratch. That's what he's doing. That's what I should do. Introduce him to that world, man. The music back then was way better. Way, way better. This digital stuff. Digital music on Frank Sinatra remastered. I hated that when they would take the black and white movies and remaster them to color. That was just disrespectful. Keep them in black and white. Keep them original. What we got here? This looks like a freaking seizure fest going on that one. Colorful bright lights. Wait, don't we have this in our freaking whatchamacallit? We got one of these in here, don't we? Yeah, we have one. Hold on for a minute. We got one of these. I put one of these in before. Let me see. We should have one. I've done this one before. Let me see. Save files. Oh, great goodness. It's in there. No. I know where it's at. It's in the other one. We got to go to upload and grab that one. Let me see. It should be in... I need that light to be more jumpy. Should be in pictures. Something with the exotic technology we're developing. We could change the name of that. Every time you type in, something weird popped up, so it had to be changed. I think with these, I want to do the box all in black. I think black boxes coming in. The gamers got different boxes. We changed those out. But these have their own boxes. It's not going to be like you open it up and you're going to have a post office box within there. No, it's in an actual separate box inside. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I can't tell you, there's a message in there, but you can't tell you message is pretty funny, but you'll like it. But anyway, so people who support all technology, and the other half, well, you know, you're just who you are. There's that person who posted and said that our website was fraudulent or something. I sent them an email. And they sent them an email. He retracted that nonsense quick, didn't he? What did I write in the bottom of that? I said, I went to Google and showed you our website's in good standing. I put down in the caption, you be careful how you say things at the end of the day. You mess around and get yourself a defamation lawsuit. They sent them an email. You retract it. Of course you retract it. You play that game at the end of the day. Don't play that game. Trying to make trouble at the end of the day. And you got a business too on top of that. You really want to play that game at the end of the day? You want to lose your company? Keep on playing around people like that. Grow up. You got a business at the end of the day. Be blessed that you have a business that's running and doing well. You want to play them games today, you can lose your business. Somebody will mess around, sue and take it from you. If you don't want it, you know, someone will take it from you. Where are you at? Let me see. What am I looking for here? Oh, you're looking for that, whatchamacallit. Wait, is it on here? Oh, it is on here. It's on here. We got the mapping equipment on here. That's why it's on here. boring process. For you, boring. For me, no. Usual. Usual everyday work. 3D printing scam. All this information right there. So all this information. Like I said, could have did something better with your time. Up. Should it be under E? I think it is under E. Well, that's not an E. We had that many in there? Mother chicken bear. Mother chicken bear. What the freak? Oh, we need to pull the whole folder. We can't go through that whole folder bit by bit by bit. You know what stuff is in that thing? Mother chicken chow. Where's the folder? Can we get the actual folder? Good gracious, man. I'll be in there all day looking for that, man. Oh, man, it was perfect. It would have definitely did the job, man. Okay, we got to go the other way around. I'm not going to find it there. That is going to be way too far to find that. Why come we can't find that? I mean, it should be to find that. We should be to track that down. Because the build's on here. There's no way the world would be on the other PC. The build's on here. You have an FLE, probably on the FLE. That's mapping technology. FLE, gunmetal. No. Oh, wait. It should be in here somewhere. FLE, Man. Nah, it's been that page by page. I'm ready to pay. I need a whole freaking folder. Mother Frankenstein. Yes, give me that. Alright, let me see. No. You gotta go. I can't deal with that right now. If it's in the other one, it's way down in there somewhere. No. We need to go to site menus. Do that. Go to site. Go to site menu. It's going to be on the site there, so we're going to find it in there. This is on site. Alright, let's begin the journey. Yeah, wait, what are you? I think it is you. Yes, I'm done. Done for right now. Oh, man. for right now. Let me go over here. Oh, I didn't know the room changed lighting in here. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's go back over here. Come back here. Text on this one. Nope, yeah, it's supposed to be up here. You're supposed to be down here. See. Our new high-performance game puts an end to dark environments. Say goodbye. Can I finish that? I guess we got all that in there. Our new high-performance game. No, game. Wrong one. Game puts... hold on in there. Game puts an end to dark environments. Dark forced. Forced is good in there. Forced environments. In a row, that's over here. Nope, over here. Nope, over there. I had it right there. What did we do? Just had it right there. Okay, R, and that's R. It's supposed to be O-U-R, not R. Our new high-performance game puts an end to dark forced environments. Dark forced environments. There. Are you kidding me? So not the droids you're looking for. I didn't ask for that. As for this, dark forced environments. Really? You ever hit the cat button and it don't give you cat? No. Say goodbye to the dark. We're going to push this one. I want this saying. This saying should be ours. That's just a song. Because say goodbye to the dark. So they got it first for us. But I like the saying, say goodbye to the dark. Alright, let me see. Washout. Washout projection screen worries. Washout. No, watch it. Say we can say goodbye to the dark. Okay, I gain LEG, diffusion energy gain, our new high performance gain puts into dark force environments. No washout worries, no washout projection screen worries. You can say goodbye to the dark. I like that. Alright. I'm going to extend you a little bit here. Oh, I have it right near the window and you're saying this is actually amazing if people go in the window. So you gotta take the time, do your website right, rush it, fake stuff in it. Mind you, when you put that stuff in there, keep in mind it goes through a search engine optimizer. Your site will automatically do it, but you'll have to still tweak it to get it where it needs to go. But it's still going to search engine optimizer, which any bull crap you put on there, it's going to go out there, and that stuff is going to be hard to recover back. Then somebody like me overshadows it. And it's funny, when they talk about gain range, they talk about amplification levels, like sound. Because there is no such thing called gain range. It doesn't exist anywhere at all, period. There's no way in the world you're going to get two gains out of a projection screen. It doesn't exist at all. No one's ever invented it. I don't even know why you would invent it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't even know how that would even begin to even work. Like, how in the world, if you have two gains on the screen, how would you know which one you even have? You have to have a gain gun to do that. Have a gun to point at the screen and tell you exactly what your gain is. That's the only way. Otherwise, you don't even know how that would even be possible. That's virtually impossible. Your projector doesn't tell you that. So how would you know that? But you're actually hitting that. You don't. Because it's not real. A range gain, or whatever you call that. Something like that. Usually got range gain. The first thing that comes up is bodybuilders. Because they use gain as in mass weight, they're going their weight up. You have basically under music, signal, stuff like that. There's nothing there for a projection screen. This is us on the other hand talking about this is bullcrap. This is not going to work. See, signal. That's all that's in there. There's nothing in there. It says the range. It's about its range gains. Other people research this stuff. Range gain refers to a product from the company Parte, likely a misleading. It's misleading or misspelling, but it's misleading. It doesn't even exist at all because we never saw video, no demonstration, nothing at all. The various gains are based on application technique. It's questionable and has been challenged as a potential fraudulent because it lacks evidence of testing. That's us. That's what we can do to your site that quick, that fast. Because again, the way our search engines are designed today, I got multiple search engines I'm attached to with our technology. That's so we can advertise our stuff at a massive rate. But if you end up in one of these videos, what happens is you come up under AI overview. Everybody reads this, which means before we can put this information in there, we have to know exactly what your product does. This get me sued. Now, say his product does have a gain range attached to it. Say he does have the ability to prove this theory. I can be sued for this, but you can't. You know why? Because I contacted the owner multiple times. We have it on the blacklist of us reaching out to him, ask him about this paint. Can it do this? He never responded back. He can't back this up. I asked for multiple videos, asked for demonstrations. I talked to so-called people who claim to have the product. They can't give us that information. Wade never talked about it, or McAfee never talked about it in any of his videos. Jamie didn't talk about it in his videos. I would think you would bring that up, right? No. Because it's not real. It's fake. To have a range gain. Now they read it as audio, because again, it doesn't exist. So how would a screen paint be able to commit audio? There you go, right there. Because it doesn't understand it, because it doesn't exist. There's nothing out there that exists like that. No, that's not going to happen. You have to be able to back that up. That's why we had to go out with that technology that absorbs sunlight. We had to be all over Allentown with it, because we had to back it up. Can't be making that stuff up. Here's me right here talking about it over and over again. This stuff is not real. It's not real. We tested it. We can't find it. We can't find any videos, no demonstrations, nothing on this stuff exists. And I talk to his customers every time we come over here in a live stream. And if I go to your channel and look for this stuff, this is now documented. It's documented everywhere that your product does not work. Now, you can basically take me to court for this. Yeah, you can. But you can't, because you know we told the truth that your stuff doesn't work. Now, us on the other hand, if you said my product came out so dark you can't see it, you got a lawsuit coming your way. And they start off at $10 million. Just so you know. We can back that up any day of the week. I do that all day long. We have the largest demonstration on black versus black demonstrations than anybody else. No one else has that test page. Only we have it. Because at the end of the day, I got to ask you a question. What's the difference between your product and black paint? What's the difference in your product and gray paint? You can't give us that because you never did the testing. Yeah. And he still has it up here. He still literally has it up here saying he has the gain range capability. That is easy money right there. That stuff doesn't exist. My goodness. Please explain at the end of the day. But you will explain it, because when we get you in the courtroom, you'll have no choice. Can't get around that one in the court. You don't have to tell us what it is. I'm taking this company to court for fraud. Challenging your gain range. And challenge my company, I wish you would. I wish you would send me a letter from my lawyer saying you're challenging my company to court. I will clean your pocket in the day. Crush you on so many levels, it's not even funny. As a matter of fact, you have to the end of the year to have a lawyer to challenge me in court to see if my stuff doesn't work. Not only, like I said, I will embarrass you, my friend. I would turn around and have your lawyer come here and see my product at the end of the day, seeing that it's working perfectly fine, and he'll fire you, and I'll hire him to sue you. That would be embarrassing for you, wouldn't it? So yeah, you couldn't win a case just if your life depended on it. Otherwise than that, we can get you. It doesn't exist. And if people are saying, but he never said that. Oh, really, huh? All right. Yeah, test that theory for you. There you go, right on the page. That's them right there, right? Let's go over here, premium paints. This site's dead. There's no activity on it. Let's go over here. You can see there are open shopping carts. All the shopping carts are open right here. Hey, we got states missing off this baby left and right. Let's click on this one over here. Let's go to the very bottom. And there you go. Gain range. Approximate gain range. 0.8, which is non-existing, that's not even real, to a 0.85. Do you have any idea how high a 0.85 gain is? The average screen and gain is 0.8 and 0.9. How do you have a 0.85? Your floodlights are not even that high. That's seriously high right there. You couldn't even enjoy that. Your retinas would burn if you basically fired up something like that in your environment. Look at that. But you got two gains on here. So what gain? And it says right here, can vary slightly based upon application technique. So how you paint the screen in basically says that this is how your product is going to be to produce. These are gains. Now you're painting the screen and now you got to figure out which one of these gains are actually going to apply to you. How did you have to paint the screen in? You don't even know, because all you do is paint the screen in basically. Here we go. Application technique. See here. Get out of the way. See here before you start. All right, let's click on here. And let's see what we get. Now, I've been through this demonstration so much, it's not even funny. This just talks about the 9-inch mat roller, a paint roller that you use in the day that has nothing to do with range gain. You need to see a video on this, by the way, because there's no way we can write this thing down. Impossible. Trey, which is spelled incorrectly, but he might spell it that way because he's from, I wonder, South Carolina. I got family up in South and North. I got to ask some questions about that. How do y'all say Trey? Some they say different, but that's not how you spell Trey. Let me see, but that's neither here nor there. Let me see. About the surface. Cleaning. Spray on. That's to say gain range. That's what we're looking for. Title gain range. Smooth surface. Priming. This is the same thing right there. We're still looking. Let's draw application. That's instructions right here. That's applications right there. There's nothing there talking about how gain range. Anything in there? No gain range. People go over this site 100,000 times. They've been to this site. Most times I can't find anything on there about this statement. Application again. This is a whole freaking thing on basically how to paint the screen, which is a nightmare. Drying time right here with a fan assistance. Remember to allow each coat to completely dry to the touch before applying the next coat. That's all about drying right there, so there's nothing like gain range there. Spills can be cleaned up easy with just a wet cloth right there. And that's it. So where is the demonstration on basically how to paint the technique in for 2 gains? So you go, automatic lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. Yep. Because if the customer buys that, they're going to ask that question, which is called fraud. Can't make things up. And for those people like Oatmeal who don't understand how the real world actually functions and works, there you go right here. A company is allowed to advertise false advertisement in their product description. There you go, Oatmeal. Oatmeal doesn't know anything about life. No, can't do that. It's against the law. FCC prohibits advertising that are deceptive and misleading or false, especially regarding a product of price. There you go, Oatmeal. We call him Oatmeal because it's a fellow who came on there screaming and yelling at me, talking about that Jamie had the right to take people's copyrighted and trademark patent materials and make money off of it without reporting it to the owners. That's what he said. That tells me a lot of what you do in the day. Somebody needs to do a background check on you. You probably broke a few laws out there. But yeah, can't do that. Guess what? So it means his website right now is worth 10, 12 grand, or depending on how much it is. Over here in Pennsylvania, let me see. That's what it is. Challenging the company in small claims court. What's the reward? Let me see. There we go. What is the reward in Pennsylvania in small claims court? No, they didn't show that. We're 12,000 up here. So he loses that claim. He loses 12 grand in small claims court. So all I got to do is buy your stuff, which he doesn't want to sell it to us, because he can't sell it to us, because he knows that stuff doesn't work. But I can still get you. I can basically challenge your company. We don't have to have your stuff to challenge your company. You just basically have videos and pictures and stuff showing that stuff that you claim that it does, and no one doesn't have to have your product and just challenge you in court. You just have to go to court or shut the site down. There's only 2 options he has. They'll make him shut the site down, they could fine him or whatever, depending on how long it's been up there, how many people bought from, how many people complain, and most likely have to shut it down. Alright, with that being said, I'm done my work here. I'm back to what I said. As I said before, when I come on here and I make a statement, I back it up 100%, which I just did. There you go. So when you naysayers come on my channel talking all this dumb nonsense because you don't crack books at the end of the day by saying that, oh, we know this, no, you don't crack books. You literally don't. It's right there, right there. I mean, come on, for goodness sake, we're in the digital era. You got a computer in your hand. How do you act this way? And you got information at your fingertips. How do you act this way? Don't you crack books? Don't you go through your phone? Don't you research this stuff at the end of the day? Oh God, I hate to see what your grades were in school. If you didn't really research anything, how do you not know that? Really, seriously. I mean, I had these. This is why I blocked. You know why? I don't feel like basically shortening or killing the brain cells in my head or entertaining someone who does not know how to research something. Learn to educate yourself. That's it. Don't get mad at me about it. Then when we out you on YouTube, I put your channel on blast, then you're mad at me at the end of the day. Now it's my fault again. No, it's your fault. Educate yourself before you come on my channel. If your intention is to come on my channel and try to belittle me, you're going to get embarrassed. That's what's going to happen. Moving on. All right, with that being said, yippee-ki-yay and all that good stuff at the end of the day. Yada. I got business to take care of. I got to be out and about. I got things to do. Should have been out a long time ago, but I had to get this page done. And I'm done there. When I come back in, I got to paint butterflies. Beautiful butterflies, come back to me. Do, 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 do. I like when people sit there and go, he's never serious. He doesn't do any work. Yeah, right. Man, my technology's way beyond yours at the end of the day, and I get more work done in my timeline than most people get done in their entire day. Because most people, when you do a 9 to 5, I'm not saying I don't respect your job. I do respect your job, but man, I wish I can just get off at 9 o'clock and be done. I would love that. I really would. Every once in a while, I'll take a day off and not do anything that day. But I wish I could just come back and do jack it all. I would love that, and I can't do that. Not truthfully, tell you the truth, that's not really true. Because people get off at 9 to 5, they still got work. You got family at the end of the day. You still got to tend to them when you come in. Got kids you got to tend to and all that stuff like that. So yeah, you do work a massive hour shift, you do at the end of the day. But to the naysayers, at least they're doing something positive. You spend a majority of your time doing negative stuff, and then you put some positive in there. Some good tea. Now, if the weather's good, I'm going to walk to the park and get some exercise. I still got to go back to the Jumbo Gym, and I have to pay my respects to the gym. Actually, the Jumbo Gym is this thing we have up here. I do my push-up, my chin-ups on. Oh, I think it's amazing. I freaking love it. I love it. I'm going to go up there today and get some in. And I got to come back here, because as I walk and talk, the Lord gives me amazing ideas. You can have amazing ideas here. I got to take apart this machine here. Got to come across. We got to put the motherboard on stilts until we get the PC case built. Oh, and guess what? The most happiest day of my life. One of the Gen Zs. He wants a PC. He's leaving console. He's leaving console. He's tired of it. This things are costing too much money. You don't want to pay for the new stuff. It costs too much money. You don't want it. He's going to go PC. So that's what he wants to do. I said, okay, let me know. Let's build. So yeah, he's going to build a crazy machine. And he wants a 12-core processor. I'm like, you don't need a 12-core processor. No, he wants an i9. He wants an i9. So you don't need i9. You don't need that. He doesn't need an i9 thing. Technically, you don't need an i9 thing. Which I find kind of funny because, what was it, the games that came out, none of the games required a 5090 that came out. None of the games, none of them. GTA doesn't require a 5090 to run. Yeah, right. If they required, for games on PC, they require a 5090 to run, how many people would you see on gaming right now on PC? Not a lot. That's a very expensive graphic card. Anyway, yeah. Anyone tells you that a 5090 is required for all gaming application doesn't even know PC. That's a console gamer right there telling you that. And even some console gamers that have both, I got console gamers in there, I'm both console and PC at the same time. They know this. This is a person who's strictly console. YouTube. You got to get a PC to know that. That's like I got people that are, I got friends of mine that are strictly PC gamers and they've never been on a console. And I actually had them on a console a couple of times. Like, oh, I like this. See, there you go. You got to get yourself a PC. I tell them, get a Dell. Get a Dell. Don't get some high powered. Get a nice Dell or anything you want. Change out the graphic card. You got two things you got to change out if you're going to modify a Dell. If you're going to run it, 4K snow screensavers. If you're going to run it basically, I don't know, basic, you just put in a low profile graphic card. That's why these have low profile graphic cards. So these being Dell machines. They used to have in Dells. That's why they're low profile. But if you want to do a like a more higher graphic card on it, you can put a 4070 in that baby if you want to. It'll accept a 4070, you can add in there. But your power supply won't accept it because your power supply in there is only 250 watts. On top of that, you don't got enough ports for it. You don't get the power. The 250 watts that they have in there doesn't even have a power port to run a 4070. Or a 3050 won't run it. That means you have to take out the power supply. And that case is not going to fit that power supply. Which means you have to strip out the entire thing, put it inside of the case with the power supply, and then put in the 4090 or 4070 or 4050 or 3050 to make a difference, one of them. But you have to basically learn how to take that thing apart. I tell people that's the best thing to work with is a Dell. Because all Dell parts on their machines are designed for you not to tamper with. If you can learn how to basically modify on a Dell, you can modify anything you want. Dell will teach you how to modifications. It will teach you how to modify your machine. Because you're definitely going to have to do it. With a Dell, you don't have a choice. Either that, hope you enjoyed. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.